Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, ArchieLuxury live stream channel, live stream show, and it is a beautiful, beautiful day today. What is it today? I tell you what it is. It is actually the first day of spring. That's right, guys. It is spring. Spring has sprung in Australia. Spring. First day of spring. And I got to tell you something, guys. I got to tell you something. First day of spring. And what can I say? Fuck. It is a very, very beautiful day. Guys, I want to run an intro. We've got a great show lined up today. I got a great show. I want to do some fusion. Okay, so look, I want to say this to you. Why are we here? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do is we want happiness. We want happiness. We want something that makes us happy. Put a smile on the dial. So what do? You're a middle class guy. You get a wife, a family, a mortgage. You might have a bit of equity in the place if you're lucky. Do you get yourself a really cool car or a really cool watch collection? What do you do? That is the question, guys. That is the question. What do you do? And I got to be honest with you. This is a hard choice. It's a hard choice. You buy the car, they always go down. You buy the watches, they used to be good. Now they're a bit shit. Let's have a talk. We'll give you a few scenarios and you decide what gives you more fun. Let's run some intro stuff. Let's run some intro. I like a good intro to get the show going. Let's run some intro and we'll come and discuss it. Hello? Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW. And finally,
come on, mate, I'm not like the shroom. I'm not like the shroom. Answer me call, man. Come on, I'm a big fan, man. Come on. Answer the call, Arch. Love the pontiff. Love the pontiff.
There we go. Love the pontiff. We've got a special guest. We've got Eddie joining us there. No more man. As soon as you say man, hey man, out. That's it. There's no more man because we don't want to talk. It was okay as a bit of a gag, but Eddie, we're trying to make this is a luxury channel, not a prison channel. Okay, this is a luxury channel, and we want to have high-end punters on this stream. We want the high-end punters. We got our first super chat. Sam Davidson, £2. Love the pontiff. Love the pontiff. And we've got Patel Philippe, $5. What was the longest running Rolex reference of all time? Oh, good question. Probably an Oyster Perpetual. I think this could be a trick question. Let's do a Bobby Google. What is the longest running Rolex reference? I'd say a 100, something like, I don't. Let's have a look. What is the longest? They say the 1016 in particular, which spanned 29 years from 1960 to 1989, stands as a true, yep, there we go, Rolex Explorer 1. I didn't even realize that. Explorer 1. Incredible, hey? 1016 is the reference, I think. 1016 reference. What's the longest reference? I hope that's right. Eddie, how are you, Eddie? Let's say hello to Eddie. What's going on?
How's it going, Archie?
Oh, right. Bear says 1675. Now, let's get you guys happening here. What's happening here? So we've got links. We've got to send the links out. We want the links going to everybody now. Let's get the links. Let's open. How did you jump on, Eddie? Oh, you're an IT.
I seen the link inside the chat.
Okay. Okay, that's good, Eddie. Eddie, it's okay. It's not a. I got to tell you something there, Eddie. It is a great day to have you here. How is the job front? Did you get the job?
I don't know yet. I went to the interview on Thursday, and then they haven't called me back yet. So we'll see. It's a very interesting job, though. If they do hire me, it's a very interesting job.
Okay, Eddie, be upbeat, Eddie. What's going on in your world? Anything exciting happening?
I went on a date from hell.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, man, I don't know if I should tell you that, because then you'll be like, man, get him out of here.
Let's not mention names, but where did you find her? Where did you locate this lovely lady?
What's her, that Korean girl? She gave me her number, man.
Yeah.
She gave me her number, and then I called her. We were talking. We chatted on the thing, couple
Because you were dating the Korean girl for a while, weren't you, in the past?
Yeah, but she started she got old. She didn't want to do nothing anymore. She doesn't want to have sex. She doesn't want to do anything. So then I was like, I need to do so. I want some sex. What can I do? She's like, here, call my girl, man. And then she called me, and I called her. And then she hung up. This girl, I swear to God, I should have never called. I wish I never met her, man. I wish I never met her. She was so obnoxious and disgusting, and just completely so no class whatsoever, no class. Just really, really, just obnoxious. And I asked her, man, I was driving her home. I didn't want to drive her home at night, and she's like, I was gonna have her take the bus home, and then I was like, fine, I'll drive you home. We got in the car, and then she's like, pulled her phone out, playing stupid music and crap on her. I said, listen, I'm distracted by this. I need to pay attention onto the road. And she's like, she didn't get it. She's like, and then she tried to say that I'm the asshole, And then
And what
check this
happened
one. You
then?
want to hear like the crazy? You want to hear a crazy thing or no?
Yeah, go on.
So she's got a boyfriend or whatever. Her boyfriend's in prison, man, and she's got no money. She's got no job, right? And she's talking about this guy. Did we know why he's in prison? Because he beat her up, man. He beat her, and then his
What,
son called the cop. Listen, this is
what
crazy. Yeah, his
nationality is
son.
she, this lady?
So what's that?
What nationality is she?
She's Irish, man. Irish. She certainly has the Irish blarney. I could tell
So
you
what
that.
happened? Okay, so how does she survive then?
I have no idea. That's on her. She's got, she's from, she just, I don't know. She does crazy things. She goes and sells blood. She goes donates blood and stuff.
But does that
I
bring
don't
in
know
much
what.
money? Does
What's
that bring
that?
in much money? Does that bring in much money?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't have anything else. This is all I'm telling you as I'm perceiving it, as what they brought to me. This is what was brought to me, and I'm just telling you what the reality. This is craziness, man. So so listen to this, man. Her boyfriend is I took her out to eat. We went to eat, right? Her boyfriend calls her. I'm like, man, the food is here. We're supposed to sit down and eat. She leaves, man, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like, man, there's no class. And check this out, her boyfriend's in prison for beating her up. He beat her up, gave her black eye, whatever. And her son called the cops on him, whatever, and
How
something
old's
like
the
this.
son?
What's that?
How old is her son?
I have no idea. Oh, no, it's not her son. It's his son. I have no idea. I didn't ask all these personal family questions. I have no idea. But check this one. And he's in prison for beating her up, and she's calling him and taking care of him, sending him money for the commissary and everything. I'm like, come on, man. What is this? That's ridiculous. And then, I said, you should get away from this guy. He's going to come out and do it again. She's like, yeah, he did this before. This isn't the first time. So I'm like, so why would you stay in this cycle? It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? Then she started acting crazy. We went to a hotel, right? She started acting crazy, man. She started acting crazy. We were messing around a little bit, right? And then she's like, oh, you can't. She's like, you can't make me come. You can't do nothing like that, man. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like only my man can make me come. I'm like, well, what do you want? What did he do to do that? You know what I'm saying? And she don't want to. Her communication level was like really, really low. She didn't want to really like engage. You know what I mean?
How much did the hotel cost?
It cost a lot, man. I wasted $100, man. I wasted $100. That was stupid. I'm like, man, I should have. And then afterwards, I'm like, I shouldn't have even went out with her. Man. I wanted to stay. I should have stayed home. It was like so. It just drained me, man. It was like emotionally, it was like, what the hell am I doing with this crazy bitch, man? And then she's like, I'm like, man, this guy, you're gonna go sell your how pathetic is you're gonna go sell your blood to send this guy money in prison who beat you up, and then he's gonna get out, he's gonna do it again. That's ridiculous. I said, listen, I wouldn't buy. Look, if it was me in the same, I wouldn't. First of all, I would never be in this situation. I would never put my hand on a woman like that.
Eddie,
I would never
Eddie. I think you've got to meet better people, Eddie.
You're right. But listen, I'm just gonna tell you what I want to tell you. I said, look, I would never be in a situation like that because I would never raise my hand on a woman. But
we've got Narc here. We got Narc. Julian Narc. Hello, Julian Narc Assange. Narc, save me. Narc, help me, please.
Oh, no. I want to give Eddie a hug.
I want to give you a hug, too. I love you.
No, Eddie, look, I've been there, done that. Look, you told
I'd rather give you a hug than give that girl a hug, man.
You told this Irish woman from Korea is half Nigerian.
From Korea. She wasn't from Korea. She's just Irish.
Yeah, Irish Korean from Bahamas, or doesn't matter.
It wasn't Irish. She wasn't Korean. She had no Korean. Like she was just.
But that
Irish.
was another girlfriend who set it up.
Yeah, that was her friend.
Oh, so this one's Nigerian also, from
The
Bahamas?
Korean gave me the number. The Korean gave me her number.
What
man.
about the girl from Nigeria?
I don't know.
You don't know her?
No.
Maybe you should give her a ring.
No.
Her
Listen,
friend,
man.
her friend, you know her friend.
Listen, this was like complete disaster, man.
No,
Complete
look, I got Father's Day here, right?
You
I'm
got
about to go out
what?
and I heard the story of Father's Day in Australia, right?
You didn't hear. Listen, wait. I'm gonna tell you. Wait, can I tell you what
Wait,
happened?
one sec. One sec. When I heard your tragic tale, I want to give you a virtual hug. I've been there,
Yeah,
done
man,
that.
I
right?
need it. I need a hug, man. I need a hug. I'm like recuperating today from all that.
No. Look, you're high value. You're a catch.
She was completely. Look, she's talking about you're not my man. You can't take care of me.
No, the naggers.
I'm like, what do you want from me? Hey, listen what happened. Listen what happened. She tells me we were like messing around. She tells me you can come in me. My tubes are tied. I said, look, I don't want to get you pregnant. I don't trust that shit, man. She's like, that's a turn off. Even if I was to have a kid, I don't need you to take care of it. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, what about anal?
Okay, just calm down.
No, that's not what happened.
I retract that. It's retracted, Art. It's retracted.
We're trying to steer to more luxurious.
All right.
I want to show you something, Naki. I want to show you.
Look, you want to see my Daytona? You want to see my Daytona?
Did you tell her you got a real Daytona?
Yeah, that's a real Daytona. That's the one Russia gave. Hey, Russia.
Fuck, no. This is the problem.
I realize what this is. Hey, I realize this is a work of art. This is a work of art.
No, this is the problem, Eddie. Maybe she picked up. It was a fake. Maybe that was a turn off for her.
I didn't wear it with her. I didn't wear it to see her. I didn't wear it with her.
Okay, we got a super chat here. Let's have a look here. We got Patel Philippe, $5. Eddie, why are you cozying up to Russia's girl? I see you wearing his watch.
It's not Russia's girl. That wasn't Russia's girl. Russia. If I would have told Russia that story, he would have taken his Rolex. He said, "I would have never gave you this watch."
So, I got to tell you something.
Let's get back to the tubes. Let's get back to the tied tubes, right?
Let's get back. Okay,
yeah. She says, you can come inside me. My tubes are tied.
Okay, I think that's a little bit. We don't want to go
too
there.
Too much. Do we cross the line?
Yeah. Look,
how far back do we go? Right?
Yeah,
what's the line? I want to know where the line is, Arch.
Hey, I didn't fall for that.
No, you don't fall for that tube story. That's crap.
Hey, I don't fall for that because you know
it's
what?
Like the Nigerian scam. It's like the Nigerian scams.
That is a scam. That is a scam.
Okay,
Eddie, she wanted to have my baby.
Eddie, we want some luxury content. Eddie, you're not luxurious enough.
No, he's in his Mercedes, Arch. Yes, it was in his Mercedes, Arch. What did car talk? So you're in your Mercedes when this happened. Am I right?
I took her, man. I felt real. I took her for a ride in the Mercedes, man. I had to scrub this car clean after her, man.
Okay. Maybe you should ask Archie for some cleaning tips.
Man, I had I need to clean the seats from her stench, man.
Hey, we need more luxury talk. You're gonna throw some luxury. What jewelry was she wearing? Was she wearing the jewelry, Eddie?
I'm wearing a Daytona.
We got a super chat. Here we go. Super chat. Patek Chris, $3.50. Pluta, how many 116749 SAB LNR were made? Fike head. How many? Now, the reality is here, Rolex doesn't release figures on watches made. I mean, 116.
Eddie, pull it up, Eddie.
11.
I can't. I'm in the car. I don't have my computer. I don't have the software.
Let's just work out what the fuck it is. SABLNR. Firstly, what the fuck is this thing? This is a Rolex GMT. White, gold, black dial.
I'm reaching out. I've got my arms out. Virtual hug, Eddie. Virtual hug. Come on. Put your arms out. Put your arms out. Let's have a hug. Hugs. Harder. Do you mind when I squeeze one of your cheeks? All right. That's it. That's all I want to do. Give him a hug, Arch. I love you, Eddie. Yeah. I missed you.
I love you too, man. I love you too. I was real upset about that girl, man.
No, you know what you say? It's her loss. It's her loss. You don't need someone.
I didn't want to spend. Hey, look, she was so obnoxious. I didn't want to see her anymore.
No, yeah, you don't need obnoxious.
Okay, let's
She
have a
was
look.
so
There. Which
obnoxious.
watch
She was
here?
so like no.
She's unemployed. And she's unemployed. No, look, she's unemployed. Eddie, you don't need this crap.
She had a boyfriend.
Eddie, I think Eddie, I'm sorry to do this to you because I really
No,
appreciate
no,
you.
I'm going to then.
That's
look,
okay. You go.
It's
Eddie,
desperate, Arch.
Eddie, I want to
desperate.
try and
Not
bring
just-
the show a bit more. Why don't you come back in about an hour's time? Okay, I'm trying to
All
get
right,
the show.
we'll
off
talk
the ground.
offline, Eddie. We'll
You're
talk
killing
offline.
the show, Eddie. Eddie, you're killing the vibe.
All right, Eddie. Hey, let's talk offline.
You asked me what. Hey, you asked me what happened. I tried to tell you.
Yes, you asked him. It's your fault, Arch. It's your fault. You laid him there with the leading questions. You asked him. Hey, it was your leading questions, Arch.
It made me upset too. I understand, Archie. You made me upset too.
No, it's just fine. No, don't cry, Eddie, please.
It's
Father's Day here.
It made me like it broke my heart, man.
I know. Look,
Okay, Eddie. Okay, let's just stop. Let's go and have a look. So the question to the super chat, they reckon 20. I've just done a Google. I have no idea. Rolex doesn't really release too many figures, but it's rumored to be about 20. They call this the billionaires. The billionaires.
Where's JJ?
Batman.
Where's JJ, Arch?
100,000. Holy shit. Only 20 pieces made. There we go. Billionaires.
Hey Archie, I got a question. How is the 4130 Rolex movement very reliable or not, or is it like?
Good question, Arch. Hey, Eddie. Good question. Good question, Arch. You see?
Yeah, I wanted to know.
All the movements are pretty good there. Why do you ask? That's a 72-hour movement.
Yes.
Is it like what's the common problems on it? Does it have problems or not?
Hey, Eddie.
Got you there, Arch. Got you there. He's got you there. He's got you there, Arch. Answer it.
No, I'm not a watchmaker, I'm afraid, Eddie. But this movement you mentioned there, that's one of the new. A lot of the new stuff there is pretty amazing.
You got him there, Eddie. You see? You asked the probing questions. These questions need to be asked.
In the year 2000, it came out in the year 2000.
Now,
speaking
of which, we have got. Here we go. We're just bringing the show up a gear. We have got my favorite.
Come on, buddy. You look fresh. You look tan. I like the lighting.
Yeah, it's good. I am tan.
Eddie, I tell you what, Eddie, come back in an hour. I love you. Come in an hour. Thank you so much. There, Eddie's gone for an hour. We've got.
You just cut him off. Give me the go.
What do you think?
I know I'm not needed.
Okay, thank you, Nark. Bye-bye. Thank you. Come again. Hey, Marky, I'm just trying to get the show off the ground in an upmarket way.
I'm here to help.
We've got a super chat here. Patel Philippe, $5. Do you think Rolex will ever make solid gold Explorer? You know what? Holy shit, that looks amazing. That's the bullet watch.
That's the bullet bracelet chronomet, the Breitling. But,
I love that shade of blue. Do you think Rolex will ever make solid gold Explorer? You know what?
Ghost blue.
I wish they do. I really wish they do. That would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. What do you think of this, by the way? They say this is the billionaire's Batman, Marky. It's a white gold GMT2.
Yeah, I hate when they do that to the bezel because it eliminates all the numbers, which kills the
time. No, this is original factory. They reckon there's only 20 of these.
I know it's factory, but I'm just saying they've killed the numbers on the bezel.
So how do you fucking use it as a GMT then?
That's the point. Okay, you can't. So I feel like it's kind of now it's stupid to have the GMT hand, right?
Marky, today's topic of the show. Let me tell you today's topic.
Yes.
Cool car or cool watch collection?
Can we also make the topic of the show who stole Marky's keys? Because my keys to the Archie show are gone. So I can no longer help you highlight super chats because my keys are gone.
Let me have a look.
It's all good. We could deal with it later. You don't have to do it now.
No, you've got keys, Mark.
But I don't.
Because I can see. I'm just checking now, Mark. No, it's there.
Well, maybe I'm just logged in wrong. Well, I'll figure it out.
It's the email address ending in 8 at Gmail.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. But all right.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
Yeah. Because that's definitely there. I just checked it now.
Okay. You know what it is? I've been having something weird happen with my Google AdSense, and they told me I had to, I don't know what. Google owes me like $450 for advertising, and they say they can't figure out how to pay me. So I've had to go into my AdSense and sort it out.
Oh, speaking of which, we got Bear. Bear, that echo was actually HR. It wasn't Bear. That echo's not Bear. Hello. We've got the honorable, the fantastic, the Bear Clooney.
Yeah, hi guys, how are you? Marky, I got the keys recently from Tan. He gave me the keys, but it never really worked for me.
You know, you have to be
no, it worked. It worked like once.
Yeah. Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Once, and then every time after that I logged in, it didn't work. I even had a problem logging in. He thinks it's something to do because I use the phone to stream.
Okay. Who knows?
We got Jay Anthony. Jump on, Jay Anthony. Tan wants you on
Joseph,
there.
I know Jay Anthony. He's great, man. I loved his channel. Is he back?
Apparently, Jay Anthony and I have something in common, and that is we took like a 2-3 year vacation from YouTube, and we just started making videos again, both of us.
Yeah, I love his videos. He was a very interesting guy. Very good stories. Very yeah, that's him.
He's got that voice.
Can you jump on? Can you jump on, Anthony? Can you join us?
Well, throw the link up there, Archibald. We cannot figure out how to use our keys, so you have to do it.
Right.
No, that's I think the link is. I've been posting the link. Mark Patel Philippe, $5. Mark would love to see Jay Anthony on panel with you. He's in the chat joining us. Would be cool. Watch talk with AC3.
Okay.
I seen you post a video today, Marky. The coding the ADs or something. What's going on?
Yeah.
Clickbaiting big time, buddy. Clickbaiting big time.
Well, there's all sorts.
Actually, I got to tell you, you had a great topic there. Surviving the Rolex crash. I love your video.
He was just about to answer my question, Marchie. Why are you interrupting?
Sorry.
Very rude.
Well,
Sorry.
You know, first of all, Bear, I prefer to think of it as clock bait, not clickbait.
Okay.
But, you know, legit, there is a lot of information the average punter doesn't know about the AD. And you know, information is power. There's just so much that the guys don't know, or a lot of guys don't know about the AD. So that's what that video is about.
I'll check it out. It out.
I mean, actually, I don't think there's going to be a lot of news there for you because you're a sophisticated Rolex customer and you have an inside relationship with your AD, so you know things. But like a lot of the guys just don't know. For example, do you know how many ADs there are worldwide?
Honestly, I don't.
Well, there's about 4,000 of them, and people think Rolex did this to me, or Rolex did that, or Rolex won't put me on the wait list. Rolex won't sell me a watch. Rolex is a snake with 4,000 different heads.
Wow.
And so, like, these are the things that I think will help the guys understand the nature of the business. That's all.
HR is joining the panel. Hello, HR.
Hey, Archie. I'm just doing a quick drive-by. Arch, one question. What's happened? You had the A graders on, you had Narc, you had Eddie, and now we're left with the Z graders.
We've got Jay Anthony. We've got more A graders. Hello, Jay.
The Z
Anthony,
graders.
how are you?
Archie. That's the man in this.
Oh my goodness, he's back. I was a huge fan, man. I loved your
Jay
channel.
Anthony, you see that bookshelf you've got there? That cabinet, that steel cabinet.
With the glass doors. The one with the glass doors behind you.
Yeah.
With the BMW model on it there.
So I'm getting.
Let him calm down, Archie. Let him calm down.
Calm down.
There's a little
You know,
taller.
your cabinet in the corner of the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guess what? Have a look at my room. Look at my room.
Oh heck yeah! Where'd it go, man?
IKEA.
Oh yeah. I know. Good job.
The only difference
And
is,
you know what? Houdinki even has a similar cabinet from IKEA.
Calm down.
Now, Archie, don't
Hello. What happened to Mark?
Mark, you froze, Marky.
Marky's frozen.
Like echoes or duplicate sound, but yeah, that's what it is. You're right. That's my car on it. That's in my garage right now.
Which car? Can you bring the model? Please bring the model here, please. Yeah.
And we're back.
Oh, you've got a Z? Z3?
Yeah, that's an M Roadster.
Fuck, they're really cool.
Oh, thank you. They're pretty rare anymore in the U.S. You never see them.
Thank you for shaving for us, by the way. We appreciate that. Hey, man, you took about 2 years off from making videos, and so did I. So what happened? You're back. Just get bored with it? What happened? Devoted yourself to your career? What happened?
So I just get all sorts of echo here. How do I stop this echo?
It's not too bad.
$50 super chat.
I quit because, I mean, Archie, you've been able to put up with me for years now. You've taken all the slack and nonsense. I got sick of dealing with stupid comments and having a full-time job.
Yeah, the punters. Super chat.
I got sick of dealing with stupid comments and having a full-time job.
Oh, I'm just trying to adjust. Have you got the program running in the background? You can't have the program in the background.
How does it? Oh,
You have it on your phone and your computer. Shut one of them down.
Thank you. I'm an idiot. That made it different.
There you go.
No, that's okay.
You're out of practice.
Hey, we got some great super chats here. We got a super chat. Patel Philippe, $50 for Jay Anthony. Was a big fan back in the day. He made some solid watch videos while you made Toxic Sludge, Arch.
$50. $50.
And we've got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3 sent you Jay Anthony's channel to WhatsApp. Can you bring it up and see if there's a chance for a collab? This is the Jay Anthony channel. I'm bringing it up now on the screen.
No, we're good.
Wow, that's not bad actually. I think you got some interesting stuff there. So you actually got 32,000 subscribers, 250 videos. Wow, what do you do yourself? Sorry, which part of America are you in?
So I live in Texas, and I haven't done this channel for like 3+ years.
Beautiful state.
I've been on here since like 2009, like you, but I gave up, unlike you.
Yeah, Archie's got nowhere else to go. He does not have a job.
And what area do you work in?
So
what do you do? What sort of
IT?
I don't want to give away too much. My company might be upset with me, but I work for Big Pharma, and I run an organization that's on business process and strategy and transformation, and like process engineering.
In other words, you put the hormones in the chicken.
In other words, people that live in LA, Miami Beach, and New York benefit from my products, and I'll stop there.
Botox, Juvederm, Voluma. Gotcha.
I got nothing
Tell me
else to
this.
say.
How do you get your Beamer to last so long? Because those cars there, how many miles have you got on the clock on that BMW, the Roadster?
So it's got 70,000 on. It's not my daily driver. It sits on a lift all day. But as you, those older BMWs are very reliable. The new ones, not as much, but those run forever, and I service it myself.
The new ones have the plastic water pumps.
They have a lot of plastic in them. They're basically an iPhone. You dispose them every 5 years.
Exactly.
But no, that car is really rare, at least in the U.S. There's only a couple thousand of them left, and it's appreciated in value, so I take good care of it. But you're a big car, Arch. You had a couple BMWs, like an E30 at one point, right?
He still has one.
Yeah, actually, I bought my E30. This is how old I am. I bought it brand new, just as the model was ending.
Oh, early 90s.
Yes, yeah, because they stopped in 91. Actually, it was the last. Yeah. I think manufactured 90. Last was 9, and I only had a 318.
Yeah.
But with BMW, it's more the dynamics than the actual just brutal power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's lightweight in the front, really balanced.
The balance, yeah. And I got a G20 now. I got a 3 Series G20 now.
Those are
which
really
is
nice
actually,
material.
they're a really nice car. But I tend to agree with you. Then they're kind of you're right. They are a disposable sort of thing. You know, they're kind of made to last 5 years, relatively trouble free. Then you can get some expensive, catastrophic problems. You know, when I say catastrophic, I mean like a transmission or something that's several $1,000s to resolve. And yeah, it's kind of how it does go there. Just very quickly, I got another super chat on the screen here. Patrick Philippe, Patek Chris, $3.50. Blue Explorer 2, 16550. Factory dial Fugazi. Actually, it's funny you say that. So Rolex 16550 blue dial. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. It helps if I spell blue right.
Oh, wow.
Da-da-da-da. What do you think of that? Blue dial. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Is it real? Is it not? Hey, that is a very good. They say it's a prototype. A prototype nipple blue dial. Fuck. Oh, that's Hong Kong dollars. That's Hong Kong. My God. Fuck, I've never seen one in the wild. That's amazing. Wow. The ultimate bluesy. Tell me this, what watches do you mainly, Jay Anthony, what watches do you mainly love? You love Rolex? Tell me how is your watch collection?
I think honestly, you and I have similar taste. I have a 5196 that I wear quite a bit now. I know you've had one of those.
Yes.
Patek. I'm wearing my old double quick day date right now. But
yes.
I like all watches. I wear G-Shocks a lot. I don't get the whole snob thing. Rolex is nice because they're money in the bank, right? You can always get out of them and be okay. What's your favorite? You got me into JLC a long time ago too. Love the Reverso.
Oh, he's got a big old gold JLC right now.
Yes. My watches have. Okay, we got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, show your 18238 experience been over your previous 1803. You had an 1803 as well, did you?
I've probably had about 80 watches at this point. I really don't want to know.
Yeah. Could you just show your watch again up on the screen, your full screen? Show us your watch there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mother of pearl. It's a rare one. I don't know if I'll do this or not.
Ooh, an MOP.
And I got to tell you, Bear, what do you think how it fits his wrist?
Very nice, actually. But he's a thin guy. I always look at the watch not just on the wrist, but the whole physique. So when you are not
fair, man after my own heart.
When you are a fat fuck like us, Archie, then it would look very small.
Yes, but this one is stringy and wiry, don't you think?
Yeah, this guy is like a model, man.
Eating disorders do wonders for your waistline. Let me just say.
There you go, Archie. Maybe you should try.
Are we binging and purging? Like, I need the secret because, dude, whatever you're doing, it's working. So what do we do here?
You name it.
What the fuck are you complaining, Mark? Honestly, like, do you consider yourself to be fat? Like, fuck off.
As you know.
Or maybe you are gay fat. That's different.
Thank you for understanding.
Okay. Yeah, I know everything about gays. I'm almost a gay, Marky. Almost a gay.
Well, you know what? We have not completed the initiation ceremony, Bear, but anytime you're ready.
Thank you.
Jay Anthony, calm down. You're doing just fine there. We know you're a confirmed bachelor. Don't worry. You're safe with us here.
Oh, I'm not a bachelor. I'm a good boy. Don't get me in trouble.
All right. There we go. Oh, you're married. Are we married? We know somebody like you.
I'm in a 7.5-year relationship that basically is a marriage, yes.
Did you just say 87.5 years?
No, 7.5.
Oh, yeah. Sounded like 87.
Yeah, didn't it? Right? Yeah, no, I'm 7 years also. And like you, it might as well be marriage.
Archie, pick up the super chats, big boy.
Super chat. We got a super chat. Tap $1999 $2. Can you wear Google Force in farmer meetings? I think you can wear anything. They're there to discuss business. They're not there to talk about, hey, what watch are you wearing? Or what car did? Hey, we're here to make money. Get your fucking ass in the meeting.
Archie? Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
Pharmaceutical meetings are my favorite business.
Oh, because
those guys pay big bucks.
You
I got to tell you something seriously.
Correct.
Without the pharmaceutical industry,
would
people wouldn't live to the age that they live today. People blame pharma. They're always very cynical and critical. You know what? A lot of people in the pharmaceutical industry actually are fucking decent people. They're not the monster that the people have, the conspiracists have made them out to be. In fact, if it wasn't for the pharmaceutical industry, you'd be lucky to survive to 45 years, Bear.
We'd be all fat and balding, wouldn't we?
Okay, do you realize that? It's like an animal in the wild doesn't live anywhere as long as an animal in captivity, because you've got predators, you've got diseases. Without penicillin, that's a pharmaceutical, Bear. Without penicillin, antibiotics, you get a toe infection and you die.
Toe infection. That's true.
People think big pharma is evil. Big pharma. Oh, big pharma. Well, you know what? Most pharmaceutical companies, they want you to be healthy because they want you to buy the product for years to come. They don't want you to die. If you had a market that died, they don't buy product. You can't send product to the cemetery. You need to be alive. So
you're so smart, Pontiff. You're so smart.
Okay, we got a super chat. Good super chat here from Patel Philippe. $2. Tell us more about your 5196. Why did you choose it? Yes, please tell us.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I'm not used to. Okay, so this, I'd say, well, I saw the 1803 versus 18238. Real quick, the 1803 sucks. It takes like 10 minutes to set. It's non-quick, and it is a nightmare when it stops running. So double quick set all day. The 5196 to me is like the definitive historical Calatrava design in a modern size. It looks like the traditional sign that came out in the 30s, the original Stern design, so it's classic. But it's also 37 millimeters, so you can actually wear it and not feel like you're wearing a kid's watch, which is great. It's a mechanical wound. Mine's a white gold one. Nobody ever notices it. You can wear it safely in public. Nobody's going to bother you. It's a thing. If you know, you know. That's why I like it. I don't know. You have one, Archie. What do you think?
Look, I think they are absolutely amazing. I've got to tell you, in all honesty, 5196 itself, I had two. I had a yellow gold one and I had a white gold one.
Oh, wow.
I had the shocking burglary where a lot of my stuff was stolen and I had to start again.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes, I had a shocking situation 2 years ago. I went to America and I had my watches in a commercial safe, and
it's one of these things. Off.
Yeah, they basically, yeah, exactly. I lost my entire collection. The only thing that survived was
excuse me,
Explorer 2 I was wearing. Everything was stolen. 300,000 Aussie gone. Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's crazy.
The good news is it's only 200 grand American, real money, but you know, still. It's kind of
the prices have come down now. But you know, I gotta be honest with you. I nearly went to Big Pharma to help me cope with it, but I stayed away from Big Pharma. Mind you, just out of interest, Jay Anthony, I had one of my sons who passed away 3 months ago from a drug overdose. So the watch collection misery falls into insignificance. Unfortunately, look, Jay Anthony, unfortunately, people choose bad choices, and I tried my best. It's Father's Day in Australia. I tried my best to steer him, well, but both of those children into the right way, and it's not as easy. It's not as easy. He died from GHB overdose. which is, I mean, this is what happens. People self-subscribe. They buy industrial chemicals and try and work it out. It ain't that fucking easy. It's an absolute travesty. But look, we're not here to talk about the terrible thing. Since I've got you on the screen here, can I please ask you, because you seem to, I'll show you, I actually have re-established my collection. I have re-established my collection. So I had to start again.
Archie is so happy. There's actually someone in this stream that hasn't seen this for the 57th time.
I am excited to see it. If I could just say that too, I want to say I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I don't know how you're coping, and I think YouTube is your therapeutic.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
I lost my spouse like 7 years ago, and YouTube was how I escaped from all that. And so I know it's nice to have these assholes say really mean things to you, but seriously, I'm so sorry.
Hey,
oh, wow.
There you go, Jay Anthony. This is the present collection.
Oh, you've done well. Okay.
So what we've got here is we've got a Breguet Type 21 in solid gold, rose gold. We've got a world time. We got a world time 5130
Patek.
We got a two-tone bluesy, and we got a JLC Master Compressor 2 chronograph. We've got
that's solid gold.
Omega Speedmaster Man on the Viking Moon. That's the new 3861. We have got the Zenith Open Heart El Primero, and of course the Explorer 2 that survived.
The El Primo.
Give us
that's
your verdict.
That survived the Burberry.
Please don't hold back, because everybody else has criticized it's chrono heavy. Please, Jay Anthony, I want your unfiltered. Be truthful with us.
Don't sugarcoat it.
I mean, no bullshit. I think this is awesome. So I'll tell you why. So I have the same Speedy as you, the Sapphire Sandwich. I bought it a year ago in Alaska. I love the vintage bracelet. It wears so comfortable. I think it's a spectacular watch. I also have a Polar Explorer. I'm with you. That watch is underappreciated. I think it's excellent. The Master Compressor, I don't know why JLC stopped making those. I love the crowns on them, the way they unscrew. I just think they're so cool. They're very mechanical. Nobody appreciates those watches. I don't get why not. They're super cool. I love that your sub is a blue and not the black that everybody else has, including my father. It's nice to see something different. The Breguet, I've never seen in gold. That's really cool. I've seen the stainless ones on a bracelet. I've never seen the solid gold. That's kind of a cool one to see. Ooh. And the Patek is freaking awesome. I mean, and the El Primero, that says you understand watchmaking and watch movements, and you know where a lot of Rolexes originally got their
shit.
So, and this is the moment when Jay Anthony became Archie's favorite YouTuber.
Exactly. See, you know what the Open Heart Zenith really says? It says, I understand watchmaking, but I still have bad taste.
I disagree with you. It says, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I just bought it because I like it.
Yeah, but look, that's every adult male that's not wearing
Is it?
That's not wearing a disposable undergarment. Yes, or it should be. It should be. Actually, here's what you got to know about Archie. He buys what he's offered cheap. That's pretty much it. What's given him on time payments. Did I just hear Mike?
Yeah, Mike is here. Mike is here.
Mike. I'm here, buddy. Mike. It's all okay. Everything's okay.
Anyway, this stuff is all sold to him on time payments, so it has a lot to do with what's offered on time payments at the exact moment. But yeah,
Archie, can you pick up the super chat so we can get more?
Yeah. Sorry. Of course we can here. We've got some great super chats coming in. So we've got Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, which 3 Rolex lineup do you absolutely hate?
Oh, geez. And I guess if I was going to do one critical thing to be critical, I'm not a big Louis Vuitton guy. I know you are. I'm not. But 3 Rolexes that I don't get the Yachtmaster 2, the Regatta Timer. I've tried to like them. I just think the watch is ugly.
Yeah, Rolex discontinued it, so we don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
I don't get that watch at all. I don't.
Well, you know what though? Did you know, Jay Anthony, that a frozen pizza takes precisely 10 minutes to cook? And the Regatta Timer is a 10-minute timer, so it's basically a pizza timer.
Eddie, just sit there. Just sit there quietly, and we'll keep you on, okay? Because I can't have you dominating the stream. Because I've got Jay Anthony. I really want to get some good juice out of him. Okay, I got to tell you, the three Rolexes. I don't say hate. I think that's a terrible word. I don't hate any Rolex, but which ones I don't understand. I would say Yachtmaster 2. I don't understand the regatta timer, even though that's actually quite an amazing. That
wasn't the question three. Anthony gave us only one. We need three.
Yeah, put your nose back to the grindstone there, Jay Anthony.
All right. I guess number 2, I don't like the Sprite now, and I'm a lefty, and it's made for someone like me. I hate the crown on the left. That's a beautiful Daytona, by the way. I do see that. That's awesome.
That's a don't worry.
We're not sure.
I used to own, somebody was talking about the 4130 movement. I had a stainless steel Daytona, and it was my probably most overrated watch I ever had.
I agree. I sold mine. I hated it.
I'm not a fan of Daytonas at all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually looking at buying a 2-ton one, so I'll eat my words. And then I guess
I do like the ceramic bezel one, but the steel bezel one, I didn't care for it all.
Yeah. I don't take a low shot. Everybody knows this. I don't get much Cellini still around, except for the moon phase, and I like the prints, that rectangle one they made briefly.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, that Cellini.
I don't know why they're still a thing. Patek does that better.
How do you feel about the Pearl Master?
Well, if we're talking about the specialty shit with like the stupid straps and like rubber skin and all the baguettes, to me that just says I'm really insecure or I'm broke. I don't get why you buy that crap. That's a Miami watch, and I'm not a Miami person. No offense.
How about a gold Submariner with the blue dial, blue bezel? What's that say about a person?
So one of the things that I hate about where YouTube has gone is I feel like this has been taken over by people that are broke, financing purchases they shouldn't be able to buy and trying to live a lifestyle beyond their means of being fake. And to me, you buy that crap for all the wrong reasons. Although I have seen one of those, and I think it's beautiful in the right circumstance, but it's a statement.
So the gold Submariner says, I'm broke and I'm paying for you on credit card, high interest rates.
And a bit of a douchebag, a little bit of a douchebag.
Most of the people I know that have those are living maybe on
white gold. White gold, nobody knows the difference.
Well, that's the stealth. That's the stuff. Super chat, stealth wealth.
Another super chat here. We got Patek Chris, $3.50. Better value modern Calatrava, 5196p versus the 5522A.
You've got a star here, Arch. You've got a star, Jay Anthony. This guy's a star. I'm telling you, we've got a new Marco, a skinnier version. We've got someone who's a lower BMI than 20. He's not on we've got someone on the panel who's not taking metformin. Jay Anthony, you are a star in the making.
Very cool.
You're the only one here not on metformin.
Seriously, I got to be honest with you. I think the 552A. I don't think these are really good value. They're expensive.
Go to the article to get the better pictures.
522A. 5522A.
This is the limited edition pilot's watch that Patek had.
That one I like.
I love the caramel. I love the flair of it.
That's my Patek.
There's only 600 of them. The question is, is asking us about better value modern. I think the 5196 is a fantastic value Calatrava. It's beautiful.
With all due respect, Pontiff, the question involves modern, Kali. Modern.
They just discontinued it 3 years ago. It is modern.
Okay.
I agree with you, Archie. I think the 51. This thing is way too expensive for what it is. And then I think
the slap shot there, man.
I love this guy. I love this guy, Bear. He's pushing back. He's on the taser.
I'm a huge fan of Jay Anthony. I'm glad he's back. Great channel.
Where's he been hiding?
How huge are you?
I don't know. He was gone. He stopped his channel just around the same time like I did.
He's got great screen presence. He's got charisma. He's got his own hair.
You know what, Narc, are you touching yourself right now? You
this guy's good. I'm off. Jay Anthony, I'm a huge fan.
Are you popping
and I'm shocked that you didn't hear about Archie's fucking robbery.
I thought you said
that's all.
I've literally not been on YouTube for years. Like it got too toxic for me. So no, that's awful.
I love you, Jay Anthony. I'm a huge fan. Give him the keys.
And when he says huge, he really means huge. He's very huge. He's a big boy.
No, he's not.
That's very kind. I don't like the platinum version on the left, and everybody likes that one. I don't like that one.
What's not the
I
light?
don't think they're good value. They're lousy value.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
got to
with
be
you.
totally honest with you. I had the white gold version. I
Yeah.
think it was actually. I'll be honest with you, Jay Anthony. I sold it. Look, I had depression. I had some severe depression after the burglary. The only thing, the only thing that got me out of the depression from the burglary was actually the super depression from losing my son. Then it made the burglary look like fucking it's a mosquito bite. But I've got to tell you this, in all
On that
honesty, I
positive
had
note,
that.
how about we jump to the watch talk?
Okay, sorry. The thing is, I've got to.
Come on, dude. Get the hell out.
Okay. I got to tell you, Okay, next super chat, Frank V, $2.
Yeah, I didn't hear the answer for this super chat. Patek Chris had a very specific question, and I would like to hear the answer, Pontiff.
The best value modern Calatrava is the 5123 if you like it. You can get one of those for like $12,000-$13,000. It's 37 mil. It's the same movement. It's the 215 petite second. And the thing that's weird is it's an 18 millimeter strap.
What do you think of there? What do you think of 37 mil?
You like it or you hate it.
But
well, it's easy for Jay Anthony to say that. Imagine me wearing 37. Oh,
I know, right? It's like a micro dot, Jay Anthony. For those of us who weigh more than
these were amazing. I remember when these came out; they were absolutely. I thought they were incredible. Actually, they came out very.
What is your waist size, sir?
Me?
They were 36 mil, but they had a very thin strap. That's exactly it. They're very dainty. I think they're absolute. The thing about them is the movement on the back of them was incredible. I don't think it was a terrible choice at all. I tell you, best value modern Calatrava, in my opinion. You know what I think the best modern Calatrava is? The 6006.
Oh, really?
I think these are because these are actually 22 mil strap, 39.5 mil size case. Incredible. They're kind of soft. Bear hates them. You hate this watch, Bear, don't you?
Oh no, it looks nice. Very much resembles the Oris.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I always thought those were 33. I didn't realize they were actually that good of a size. I never looked at those.
That's the one good thing about them. They are really good size.
Huh. I didn't realize they were a decent size.
Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm Mike. It's nice to meet you. I don't believe we've spoken before.
No, really good to meet you too. I didn't plan on being here tonight, so this is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, cool. Well, hey, destiny and serendipity and all those things, sometimes converge, and here you are.
We got another super chat.
It's glad to meet you.
It's really good to meet you. I'm grateful to be
here. Frank V, $2. Arch, would you accept Zelle or a super chat for paid super chat is fine. I will gladly take that. Zelle is only in America. I don't have an American bank account, I'm afraid.
We have PayPal at ArchieLuxury 72.
Well, he could also super chat on here. He can do a super chat, and that would definitely, Frank V. I would make note of it and do a paid review for you.
How much of super chat do you require, Archie?
$50 and it's done.
There we go. Or PayPal to Archie.
We've got another super chat here. JDMTL, $2.80. Eddie, be professional. I'm watching you. Yes, Eddie, you can't make you. Well, I don't mind you on the stream, but we gotta let other people have some limelight too. We got Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, thoughts on the Explorer 40? Just picked one up after not owning an Explorer for about 6 years. Now he's talking the Explorer 1, the Explorer 1, and I got to tell you, I think it's absolutely beautiful watch. Let's hear Jay Anthony. What's your opinion on this watch, Jay Anthony? It's coming up on the screen now.
I think it's extremely cool. I love the Explorer. I still have my Polar Explorer. I've had it like 10 years now. I'm never going to sell it. The thing with this watch, and this is a me problem, not the watch problem, is I like having a date. I like the Cyclops. The watch that I would get at this size instead is probably close. Well, it's the 39 would be the Milgauss. That to me is just kind of a thing for me. But I love the standard dial, and I love that it's not 36 mil. That they actually made it modern size. So I think it's an awesome watch. Honestly.
Which Milgauss would be your choice, J. Anthony?
I would go more towards the criticism you gave Archie, whatever one I get the best deal on. But I mean the green dial, if it was a fair price.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you?
If you can get your hands on the red dial Milgauss, that's the one to snap up.
I haven't seen that one.
No, only Mike knows about the red Milgauss. That's Mike the Snake special.
Is that a Russian special I haven't seen, or is that a real thing?
It's real, man.
No, it's
Here we go. We got JD
It's a running
MPL
joke.
$7. Eddie, before you show your watch, make sure it's real. We haven't confirmed it's real.
It's real.
By the way, you know what? Eddie jumped on and nobody even bothered to say hi, Eddie. Hi, Eddie.
Believe me, everybody.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good, man. Good to have you here on the thread.
Hey, though, Mike.
Good talking to you.
I'm good. How are you doing, man? What's going on?
Well,
everything's
listen,
all right.
we jumped on and nobody even bothered to say hi.
I'm
It just
in
went
my
straight
car.
to, like,
Hey,
rules
man,
and
you really
regulations.
in your car?
We got another super chat here. Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, what's your favorite 3 Pateks in the current lineup?
Patel
wow.
looking at Rain for his favorite stripper.
Tell me, I'll bring them up. Just tell me that what reference is your favorite.
I don't know the reference numbers anymore in my brain. I wasn't expected to be on the spot. I like the I like the complications. So I like the Grand Complication series, the Moon Phase. I can't remember what one the Moon Phase is, and I love the one with the date on it. They're part of the Grand Complication series. I don't remember the numbers. I'm not a Nautilus guy.
How many watches do you have now, Jay Anthony? How many watches do you have at the moment?
Given what you said about your robbery, and then I'm on air, I prefer not to answer that question. But
Okay.
I like my current collection. I'll just leave it there.
Yep. No, that's fair enough there. Fair enough. I got to tell you, it's I've been looking at maybe I'll just be one tick. I just got to grab this.
I guess whoever asked about the Pateks, what's your current favorites? I am curious. I know they're all $30,000 plus a proposition, so I don't think about them very often.
Exactly.
I like that one. Sorry.
I know literally nothing about that line, pretty much because 9 out of 10 watches are absolutely out of my price range of ever being able to purchase. So
I'm primarily Rolex fanboy, to be very honest with you. My first experience with Patek actually happened relatively recent when I purchased the steel Aquanaut. And I'll be honest with you, it's a beautiful watch. It suits my personality. It suits my style. I like it on a rubber. I like that it's in steel. I like the design of the watch. I liked them even before they were
What
high.
size is it, Bear? Which one?
The 5167 steel.
Yeah, but I don't know what size that sucker is.
Well, the way it's shaped, I cannot tell you the size.
It looks like a 1950s television.
I'll be honest with you, the way it wears like a 39 millimeter.
All right. Yeah, the Rancher had one of those.
No, Rancher had a much smaller one.
Okay, good. I'm glad you do not have the micro dot, the freckle.
No, that's I have everything I have is better than Rancher.
There you go. Good man.
Everything.
I like that watch Archie's got, the GG Le Coultre.
The gold one, Eddie, the gold, the GG Le Coultre compressor.
I really like those watches. I think they're really good. I think they're on par with Patek, man. That's the one of the best. They test their watches for 1,000 hours. They got that stamp. They test them for 6 weeks before they let them out, of the factory. And then like Patek only test their watches for 9 days, and then Rolex will check their watches for 6 weeks with that COSC certification, for the chronometer certification.
Yeah,
they're like, it has to be within 6 seconds of plus minus 6 seconds.
Plus 6 minus 4.
There we go. Mike pulling out the facts. Yeah. Absolutely cool, Mikey.
We got a super chat. AC3.
Eddie, as the Russian, you must love the brigade more than GG Le Coultre.
Exactly.
No, I like Gégé Le Coudray, man. I think Gégé Le Coudray was always is one of the very iconic. You know that Gégé Le Coudray, that guy invented the speedometer for the automobile. He invented all kinds of things. He invented that the keyless works for watches. He didn't patent it though, but I was reading on it.
I did not know that.
Oh,
I actually did not know that.
I love those.
He invented a watch without the like when you wind the watch, you didn't have the little certain gear, like a little gears that there's like it was a special design, but he didn't patent it, and it was very. The Gégé Le Coudray was very. He's one of the best watchmakers in the world.
Yeah, you know what? There is no
known for one of the best, better
You're
than
talking about
everything.
him like he was FP Journe, but he's not. Eddie, I do have one quick question for you.
Yeah.
Did Qantas ever crash?
What? Yeah, they do, man.
Here we go. We got Patel Philippe, $5, AC3. Pull up the pink Tudor everybody loves and get the panels take.
It's the Pepto-Bismol.
So I actually just saw one of these in the flesh about 2 weeks ago. I'm in a local watch group, and the person who bought it was wearing a $200,000 AP when he swapped this one onto his wrist, so he can buy whatever he wants. It pops. It's really cool. I like it. I want it. It really stands out. I think it's really. I love special dials. I just think it's a bit overpriced at the moment.
Marky, I want to get your take on it. Please tell me. I want to know what you think.
It looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol threw up all over this watch. Now, I have the Panda of this exact watch. And what I'll tell you is all they do is throw a new bracelet and a new dial on there, but it's the exact same watch, same guts, same B0 movement, same oversized, overly thick watch. It's not that.
Hey, that looks like a Daytona.
It's just not that good. I have the Daytona too. I have a real one though, Eddie. And I have to say that one is small,
this is
and
a
this
real
one
one.
wears big. That's really the problem with this. In my eye, it wears big. And what I listen, they're not going to release a lot of this Pepto-Bismol one, but the blue one that they just came out, that blue one for the boutique special, they're going to be millions of those. So people get all excited about these stupid things because Tudor makes it seem like they're going to be very exclusive. They get it all hyped up, and then when people start buying them, the prices go up, and then they open the floodgates, and there's millions of them. That's the problem. Tudor will fool you that way.
The old bait and switch. The old bait and switch.
I gotta tell you,
move.
you know what? I really, to be honest with you, with this watch here, I can't pull it off. I'm sorry. I'm just too old now. I love it. I'm glad it exists.
I would wear it, but it's 10 grand, on the secondary at least. Right, Jay?
Yeah, Jay Anthony was saying it's shit value. It's shit.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Is this a Black Bay 58?
I'd rather have.
No, this is Tudor Chrono.
I'm wearing a Breitling with the same.
So this is larger than a
much
58.
nicer watch.
Oh, it's much larger. It's much larger and thicker.
Okay.
This thing
I don't like the color of the dial. If it was a different color, maybe.
Yep, I happen to agree with Eddie. The pink just doesn't do it for me. But I like everything else about the watch.
They did this a little bit in collaboration with Beckham, and he's the owner of the Miami
okay.
football
Well,
club.
then there's a reason for it, and so there's your reason
the watch
for
is
buying
the watch is a bit hyped, right? It's more of a hype than anything else. I think this is the only Black Bay Chrono that has the 5-link bracelet, so that's kind of another little bonus for that. I agree with all of you that this is overpriced because it's not readily available like all other Tudors. I like it, but I'm with Archie. I don't think I would wear this.
Yeah, I think it is a bit over the top. And of course, Eddie would wear anything he could get his hands on, wouldn't you, Eddie?
Yeah, I'd wear it.
Eddie loves it. Eddie loves it. And Mike,
I love it.
Mike has already said he loves it.
I love it.
I'm just mad because I don't have one, to be honest. So that's the problem.
Super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, just want to say that mother of pearl dial is dope. What would 3 other stone dials would you choose as opposed to the mother of pearl?
Oh, thank you. It's the only thing I'd say against it is a little blingier in person than I thought it would. When the light captures it, I kind of feel like a douche. But I really like the meteorite dials. Those are the ones I really like. I think they're super cool. And then I also kind of like the Onyx, but depending on how they do it, those are kind of my three that I go to.
I would go Bloodstone.
Hey, I got a question for the guy Bear. Do you know those watches made out of like ceramic and stuff? You think that's a good idea? Because man, if you hit it against something and it breaks, what do? You can't fix it. You got to get like a new case.
You're right. You're right about that. I mean, I mean, it depends. You know, usually the answer I give to people, if you have history of breaking the sapphire on your watches, I strongly suggest you don't go with the ceramic watches. But if you are the type of guy that wears watches carefully, then you should be okay. The advantage of ceramic is primarily that they remain unscratched forever. They don't require any polishing, and it is for those who are a little bit obsessed about the watch having any scratches. I had ceramic watches. I did wear them. They're not my first choice, that's for sure.
No.
I've seen one of those where the lug got broken off on a mega dark side of the moon, and they had to replace the whole case. You can't fix them.
Yeah, there's no repairing it. Unless
What if you glue it with epoxy? What if you put some epoxy?
Super glue.
Most common thing that happens is when it comes to break is actually that lug breaks off, and there's no way of fixing that. You have to replace the whole case.
Unfortunately, the cases are expensive.
Yes.
What if you use epoxy glue it together with epoxy?
Yeah, but then you would it would look disgusting.
Then you're walking around with a fucking glued together fucking $10,000 watch, man.
Super chat.
We got a super chat. Ryan Hoffery, $2. For Madman. Number one man in the verse. High tan, high 1 day ret. And we've got another super chat here. This is from Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony and panel, thoughts on the Breitling 140th. That's the 140th.
Yeah.
That's the solid gold.
Can you pull that up, Arch? I saw the ads for it, but I never got a chance to see the watch.
You know, we
itself.
had that police siren. I just muted Eddie. I thought, who the hell would be most likely to have a police siren in the background? There's only one person on the panel, Bear.
Eddie's okay. Eddie's okay.
Yeah, Eddie's okay. We'll just mute
Peter's
that.
fault.
I will unmute him now.
Doesn't
the police have gone. Yeah, that's okay. I got to tell you, in all honesty, these are interesting pieces. Very, very interesting. These are 100. Now, what they did is they released these. This is the new. This is the Breitling 140th anniversary. And the truth is, these are pretty damn amazing watches. The only problem is, you know what's wrong with them? They're fucking expensive because they're perpetual calendars. I really want to get the J. Anthony take. Would you go for these? What do you think?
I think it's
very nice.
I think they're really cool, but the problem with Breitling is they have crap resale value, and anybody that buys one of these new, I think, is basically signing up to burn a whole bunch of money. I think on the secondhand market at some point they'd be cool. I'm more of a fan of just the basic Premier line. I think those are super cool for what they are and good value.
Excellent choice. Premier line on a secondary market is a great buy.
Yeah, agreed.
60,000 US. They're all perpetual calendars. 60,000.
Yeah, what's the service cost?
Yeah, it's
Archie,
what it is, I'm afraid.
Hey Archie, did you see that?
Frank V, $5. Mike 1, is Eddie your new pet? 2, can you properly train him better than Coda? And 3, Mark, any tips on conditioning Eddie?
Conditioning.
I'll start because the question started with me. No, and I'm not a trainer. It's not what I'm here to do regarding Eddie. And the third part of the question is for Mark.
Well, what I would do is very much like what they did to Aunt Edna's dog in Vacation. Yeah, I would use the Aunt Edna dog technique in National Lampoon's Vacation. For those of you who are old enough to know, you know.
Oh my God, that's terrible, man.
Just kidding, Eddie. Just kidding. Shooter's full. Hey, I'm going to be going to the movies as soon as Satan's Kitten gets his ass in gear. So it's going to.
What are you going to go see?
We're going to go see. What are we seeing? You know what? I don't remember. Some
movie.
Some throwaway movie.
Some movie.
Yeah.
We got another super chat here. Patel Philippe, $5. You missed Ryan Hoffrey's super chat. Also, Jay Anthony's take on the White Speedy Moonwatch. Yes, the White Speedy Moonwatch.
I think it looks really cool. I'm pissed off that they just released it now and it's going for more money. To me, I mean, the dial shouldn't make a value difference.
It pretty much doesn't. As soon as that thing just permeates everywhere, it's going to just come back down in price like all the rest of them. I got like a special email that said, hey, you can be the first to buy it. You know,
depends on how they produce them.
They're going to pump the shit out of them is what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think it looks beautiful. To me, if you're looking for a good value and a Speedmaster that's kind of different with a different dial, I think the 2020 Tokyo series is probably a much better value.
But that's actually a little more limited. This one, they're going to pump the crap out of. You just got to wait. You'll buy this one for 30% off next year.
That's my point. I mean, you can buy a standard Speedmaster now on discount.
I would like that. I would buy this.
You know, it's nice, but it's nice. But they made out like it was something special. It's not. It's not special. They're gonna pump them out. Pump and dump.
Yeah, the case looks a little different than a regular.
No. Not at all. No, identical watch. The only difference is that.
Okay.
Super chat. Oh, Patel making it rain for his favorite stripper.
Archie, the super chat also reminded you that you have missed Ryan Joffrey's super chat.
He got that.
No, we did it. He did it. It's just that we were a bit slow getting to it. That's all. We did do it. Mm-hmm. We've got another super chat here. Patel Philippe, $5. What is the best modern Cartier to get if you want desirability and also being Chicago chic?
I know this one. This one is the Santos large date in green dial. That's the one I got.
Is the Santos that square one? Is that the square one?
Well, they're all kind of square, but yeah, the Santos is a square one. That's true, Eddie.
Yeah. I like the. What about that tank one? The tank. The tank looks better.
The tank is more. Eddie has a good point. The tank is more popular than the Santos, but
it looks better. It looks more masculine. The tank.
No. The tank I feel looks a little more girly. The Santos is a little more beefy.
Let's see what it looks like. Show it.
But you know what? You're all right in that the tank is the more popular watch, I believe.
Have you guys seen
it? Can you do a favor?
I love the
Bear? Can you do a favor for Bear?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you bring my favorite Cartier Santos that I'm waiting for?
Of course.
Why do you want a Santos? Why do you want this? Why do you want this?
Cartier Santos dual time.
Ooh. Oh, you know, that is a nice watch, Bear. It has that sub dial. That is,
well, if I like it, obviously you like it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We are separated at birth in Serbia. We were yanked from the same booby at the same time. It's beautiful. Look at that.
That thing's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I mean, it's not a useful complication, but it is beautiful.
I think. Sorry. I think these watches, they only look good with a white dial.
I agree with you that white dial would be. If people ask me which Cartier should I buy, my most common answer, depending on your size of your wrist, either Cartier medium white dial Santos or Cartier large white dial.
That is the classic dial for sure.
You can't do wrong.
The Roadster?
I miss the Roadster.
There are no new Roadsters. Roadster would have to be vintage.
I damn near bought a Roadster because of Archibald. He was spruiking the Roadster there for a while.
That definitely is another chunky monkey. You
fill up your bong with ice.
Archie, you like this Santos?
I think it's incredible, Bear. I really, really do like it. What I like also is with Cartier, they have that system where you can easily change the strap out. And
it's so good. It's so you can even take a link out of the bracelet.
Such a nice. I got to tell you, I prefer the classic white dial because it's just classic. I think you try it, but the green
bracelet.
The green is beautiful. The jewel time. How much is this, Bear? How much money is this watch?
I don't know. It's a little bit in Canadian dollars. It's a little bit like I think 10, 11, something like that.
You know what? Cartier is such a good
9,000 US. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Super chat. They're such a good deal. These Cartier watches. Such a good deal.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta go. Satan Kitten is calling me. We're going to the movies. Have a lovely night. Jay Anthony, super nice to meet you. Make a video, bro. Make a video.
Mark, enjoy the movie. Say hi to Satan's Kitty. Enjoy the popcorn and have a great time.
Love you.
Thank you, Mark, for coming on.
Have a good one, man.
Mark.
Yeah, that's a nice watch. I like it.
We got a super chat from Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, you taking gray side of the moon or blue side of the moon with the aventurine dial?
Eventually,
that's the dark side of the moon. Dark side.
So I think the dial is amazing, but if we're talking about my dream Speedy, it's neither one of those. I want the solid gold with the green dial.
Wow. Okay.
But these are really cool. The aventurine is just.
Obviously, Jay Anthony, that would have to be purchased on the secondary market because their retail is ridiculously high.
I'm right there with you. I know people that own them, and I can only imagine what they've lost.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben,
but you know what's the problem? The problem is there is not many on the secondary market because the guys that end up buying them, they are the type of people who just don't care about flipping watches or they don't care about the value. These are the guys that buy them because they want to own those watches and they tend to keep them. So when I was looking for that on the secondary market, it's just not, it's a very slim picking.
I've seen a few for like 27,000 US. I think retail's what, 40, something like that. And to your point, the people I know that bought them, they have watch collections worth $500,000 plus. So to your point, they're not worried about depreciation at all. But I would be.
And Ben, what about the Scarlett Santos?
I'll be honest with you, Marcelo. I like it, but I don't really. I think it's a really nice skeleton and all that, but I don't think I'm the type of guy who would wear those watches. I appreciate it. I like to see it. I like to try it on, but it's not a type of watch that is for me.
We got another super chat here. This is from Patel Philippe, $10. Jay Anthony, Archie reached the same conclusion as you that production quality from watch YouTubers kept going up, and it was chasing wrong intentions. So AC3 pivoted to live stream and doesn't make vids that much. Well, I don't make. I got to tell you, Jay Anthony, it's kind of. Yeah, it's a kind of a change that I pursued there, not necessarily for the best, but that's exactly what happened.
Jay Anthony, I was producing the videos. I never did a live stream or anything. What I found is the reason why I stopped. It's just way too much work for minimum financial gain and a maximum abuse from the trollers. So I eventually just had enough of that and I stopped. So, like, you have to put so much effort to edit, to put together, to prepare the narrative, to prepare the topic, to get the understanding for the watch, to give the story, to produce. And then you make peanuts money, and on the top of it, you get people to fucking abuse you.
Yeah.
Hey, this one guy I know, this one collector, he told me he's got a minute repeater, and he let me hear what it sounds like. You know what he said? He said every time you hear a minute repeater, that's the voices of the dead watchmakers, like from the past, like talking to you.
Yeah. By the way, John Anthony, nice to meet you. Here.
Hey, you ever hear something like that?
We got a super chat from Patel Philly. That's a good thing, Eddie. Jay Anthony, this guy chirping on the show has a Rolex Le Mans. He is now thinking he will get the yellow Le Mans. He has some world record video on YouTube, but I doubt he'll get the yellow. Jay Anthony, I want to get your photo. I know everyone wants to hog your time. I really want to ask you just one question. I'm actually seriously contemplating. I got to be honest with you, Jay Anthony. One of the problems in having a large collection is you've got many service costs, you've got security issues. Sometimes you think to yourself, fuck this. I'm going to go down. I'm going to keep 3 or 4 watches that I love and fuck off the rest. I want to show you this one picture. Everyone's seen this picture before. They've all responded. They've all had their criticisms at me. I want to get your take. Tell me this 3-piece combo meal deal, Hunger Buster. Yes, no, maybe. Is this da-da-da-da? What do you think, Jay Anthony?
You know, it would be cool if you took the Submariner off and you put your Gégé Le Coultre in there too. That would have been awesome. But it's still, I mean, it's alright. The Submariner doesn't belong in that.
It's kind of right.
I mean, if you're asking me, every time I watch one of these YouTube videos and they're like, "This is the definitive collection," or "This is the best watch you can buy," I'm like, "You're full of shit." The best watch is the one that speaks to you. To me, watches are emotional, and if these are what you connect with, I think that's the reason to buy them. And I bought a lot of watches because they were the right watch that I hated. I think the Breguet is a really cool piece. I've never owned one, but I think they're cool. I mean, this is your chrono. You have your dress watch. You have your daily wear Rolex.
But by the way, Jay Anthony, did one of your friends already got any lemon, a white or a yellow one, or did you have the chance to see one in real life already?
Honestly, I don't get that reference. I was hoping somebody could help me out.
I'm talking about the Daytona.
Okay, just hang on there. Just hang on there. So Jay Anthony, I got to tell you, I'm a value shopper there, right? I really do. The funny thing is we were talking about those Cartiers before, $10,000, the dual time. You know something, Jay Anthony? That Breguet was about $10,000 US. That's what I paid for the solid gold Breguet.
That's a great deal.
On the secondary market, bargain. Eddie, that's your echo. I just muted you, Eddie, because the echo is annoying. I got to tell you, in all honesty, Jay Anthony, I want to ask you a question. You got the Z4 Roadster, sorry, Z3 Roadster. Yeah. Tell me this: would you, if you had you baby this car, what gives you more joy? A couple of nice watches, a watch collection, or the car? What gives you more joy?
It's good. It's really, I appreciate you having me on here, Archie. It's really good. I feel like you and I have a lot in common. I appreciate that. So I'm what they call, have you ever heard of FIRE? Like people that want to retire early. So my whole, I try to
financially independent, retire early. Yes, I know everything about FIRE. I'm a FIRE.
Yeah. So you get it. You're also a value player. I very much live below my means, and if I can't pay cash for it, I don't buy it. So what I buy is based on what I'm not worried about spending. So my car, to me, like to your point, every time I go to buy a watch, especially when you buy a Patek, it's like, especially if you're a BMW person, it's like, is that a used M5? Is that a like name car here? And it hurts. I like cars better than watches. I honestly do. And that M Roadster has 3 pedals. It's a manual. It has hydraulic steering. It's a straight 6. It has no emissions on it. Like, it's a very pure car. And so that, to your point, brings me a lot of joy. But watches with emotional stories are the same thing. If there's some family story or trip you took it on, it's also very meaningful when you look at it every day, and there's pride in that. I think as long as you buy for the right reasons. But cars are great therapy, as you know. And I street race a lot, which I don't. Well, whatever. Yeah, they're good therapy.
Hey, is that the one with the hard top? The one that's like a little station with the hatchback?
I don't have a clown shoe. No, I live in Texas. It's I can put the top down a lot, so I do. I never drive it though.
Wasn't that there were like an M3, like ZM3 that had the little? It looked like a hatchback, right? Remember?
That's the
Yeah,
clown shoe.
that's the
I
clown
love
shoe.
them. They're very collectible now.
They are, yeah.
We got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. I love how Jay Anthony doesn't even know or give a fuck about your Le Mans Ponticello.
Hey, I did a video. I am still the first one in the world that did a video of 2 Le Mans holding a yellow and a white Le Mans. If Anthony, if you want, you can watch it and you can come to your own conclusion.
Anthony, I love Dave
I have a
Ramsey.
question for Marcelo and Tan as well. Marcelo and Tan, do you think Archie is more jealous of the fact that you have Le Mans, Marcelo, or the fact that I'm looking to buy a second Patek? Which one is he more jealous of?
I'm more jealous of. I'm more jealous of Jay Anthony's fucking very clean room. You're a minimalist without shit everywhere. Unlike myself, who I've got to fucking clean some stuff up. Jay Anthony, that room of yours there looks like a 1950s psychiatrist's room. Fuck, does it feel? I love the colors, the gray.
Psychiatrist or American Psycho Room?
It's actually. By the way, you're a fire person. I dream of being a fire person, right? My problem is I've had a lot of pressure in the last because of the burglary and some certain circumstances. But how old are you? You look very young. You look like you're in your 30s. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
When do you hope to retire? Can I ask you that? When do you hope to retire?
I hope nobody that works with me sees this, but I work now because I want to work and I like health insurance. I don't really need to work per se.
Fuck, that's impressive.
But
do you know, Jay Anthony? Do you know how to super chat? We can teach you if you don't know.
How to what?
I got it.
How to super chat?
I'm very old school. No, I'm very naive about all this.
You need to teach him how to super chat, man. What's wrong with you, Archie? Come on, buddy.
So fire. I got to be honest with you. In America, that's actually the movement. The fire movement itself is very clever. It's I aspire to do that, Bear, but I fucking. The problem with these things, these expensive toys, they're not cheap, Jay Anthony. They're not cheap. They never are cheap. And
it's very difficult to achieve. It's very difficult to be in a position that Jay Anthony is, Archie, when you are primarily hedonist. You see, Archie, if you like to fuck, eat, buy, spend, travel, and do all the shit that you do for a high that you get out of it, you're just not prepared for a fire. You are ArchieLuxury, and that's why a lot of people love you.
We've got
so
Mike
it's a bit different.
He had a fire. He had a fire. I kind of like. Sometimes I might need to have.
Mike lost a Pantera in a fire. It burned down. Mike's Pantera burned down in a fire.
And
disaster.
Absolute disaster. Absolutely. It's how many is enough watches? What's enough for happiness?
I think as long as you buy what you like. I mean, the thing that's funny is when you reach a point where you're financially stable and you can afford stuff, you don't crave it as much because you can have it. I mean, it's kind of a weird situation to be. When I was making minimum wage and struggling, I wanted a lot more stuff than I want now. When I can buy it, and I just choose not to buy it. Like it takes away some of it. So it's a freedom just to buy the stuff that actually means something to you.
You obviously never heard about HELOC.
HELOC? No. If you can't pay cash for something, you can't afford it. That's my philosophy. And if you're taking loans against appreciation on your house, you're signing up for pain.
I hear you, but our financial advice comes from the big boy. And talking about the big boy, keep up with the super chats, big boy.
Keep up with the super chats. We got Patel Philippe, $10. Jay Anthony, what did you remember most about Archie Luxury? Did he inspire you or influence any of your content? Lots of our punters don't know the history.
Oh, this is honestly a bit of an honor. So Archie, I've known about you since you first joined YouTube. You probably wouldn't have known me, but we were some of the earliest people to do this stuff. I still remember your Louis Vuitton reviews as well. And Breitling Swords, there was a small group of channels, and
Breitling Swords. Remember Breitling Swords.
Yeah.
Is he still do videos?
I have no idea. But there weren't all these like 50 million freaking channels. That's honestly why I quit, because all this like super money showed up, like Teddy Baltasare. I remember right before I jumped off.
Do you remember Fat Gent? Fat Gent was also
yeah,
really good. I love Fat Gent.
He was in the UK, right?
Yeah. Loved him. Great channel.
I used to love Talking Hands. Remember Talking Hands?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's all paid for marketing BS.
Jay Anthony, I'm sure you know that Andy Hunter passed away, right?
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost Andy.
What? No, what happened to Andy?
Yeah, he was ill. It's just gonna happen very, very fast, and
he had throat cancer.
Yeah, we lost him. Really sad. Really sad. I missed Andy every day.
I remember Andy. Yeah.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, it happens, man. That's life. Archie, we have another super chat from the awesome Sam Davidson.
Here we go. Sam Davidson, £2. Back the truck up. Mike had a Pantera.
Yeah, and it burned down in the fire.
You had a De Tomaso?
Yes, he
did. Mikey takes a nap through the show. He takes a nap. He gets tired and then he naps. By the way, not to go back, but to go back to previous super chat. Were you ever influenced by Archie in the aspect of making a decision on some watch or something like that, Jay Anthony?
I think the watch that Archie, you probably put me over the top on, so I just sold it, and I already hate myself for it. I had a 240 818, which is the special LIVESTREAM Reverso GMT. It was the highest mechanical movement they made outside the tourbillon. It was super complex, and it had the double date like the ones he used to have as well. And I liked the JLC because it was in what's the Pierce Brosnan movie where he robs the painting? I think what it's called. But I thought
Thomas Crown Affair.
Thank you. Great movie. They delabeled his because he was an Omega guy at the time. I think the Reverso is
delabeled it. Yes.
So you put me over the top. I saw that and I was a big Pierce guy, and then like I saw you did a couple of videos on it 10 plus years ago. And that watch honestly is the one watch that I can say is even better in person. The dial on that watch was awesome. Mine was not terribly reliable mechanically, but it was a beautiful watch.
What happened to it? What was the reliable mechanically? What happened?
So it was such a freaking complicated watch that nobody wanted to work on it outside of JLC. Everybody was afraid to touch that watch. And then it was running very fast in certain positions. And then what's really annoying about it is when you would try to set the time, you put the crown back in, the hands would jump. So I try to set it exactly like it wasn't a hacking movement, which was also irritating. And I try to set it exactly on time with the atomic clock, and the hand would jump like 3 minutes ahead or behind. So it was just really fussy.
Wow.
But it was the dial on that watch just I don't know. I shouldn't have sold it. It's a beautiful watch. All JLCs are. I agree that they're up there. I mean, Patek used their movements. Everybody's used their movements. They're like Zenith. Everybody wants their shit.
We have a question from Patel Philippe Archie in the form of the super chat for Jay Anthony.
We've got Sam Davidson first, £2. Back the truck up. Mike had a Pantera. Thank you. And we got Patel Philippe, $5. Jay Anthony, should Marcelo flick the GMT Meteorite Pepsi or the Platona?
I can't keep up with all these nicknames. What's the Platona?
Platinum Daytona.
Oh, the Yachtmaster.
No. Platinum Daytona. He's got
Oh, okay.
We've got a very eccentric. Let me just fill you in there, okay?
Please.
He's
Yeah.
broken all the fight. This guy is an Israeli who lives in Japan, running a struggling restaurant, and he decided to put all his money into very high-end luxury Rolex.
More like I like watches and I wear them.
So this guy does not own a house, does not own an apartment. He's put all his money into really high-end watches. What he has, let me tell you what this is his way of, instead of fire, this is what you'd call water. It's the complete opposite to you, okay? Okay? So what he's done is he's put his whole, I don't understand what that noise is. Is that coming from Eddie? There's a cat noise. Is that you haven't got a cat in the car, I hope.
No, man, that's not me, Archie.
Okay. So what he's done is Marcelo is a restaurateur, struggling restaurateur. The restaurant has seen better times. It's an okay restaurant. He sells exotic beef. Unfortunately, it's tough. The economy is a bit tough. So what he's decided to do is he's got a Smurf. That's the white gold Submariner with the blue dial and bezel. He has what else do you have, Marcelo? Let's go through the list, Marcelo.
I have Rolex GMT white gold with the meteorite die.
Oh, beautiful.
I have the Rolex Daytona Platinum. I have the Rolex Daytona white gold Le Mans.
So the Le Mans one, what they did with the Le Mans, that's a version for the Le Mans Raceway, which instead of being a 12-hour, it's a 24-hour time.
24 hours, yes.
Oh, you're talking about that watch? Yeah, that has the old school dials. I love that watch.
Yes, I have that one, and I got fortunate enough to go to a gray market dealer that actually had the yellow gold.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You don't own the yellow gold, Marcelo. You don't own the yellow gold.
Yeah, but it's amazing to hold both of them.
Marcelo, I went to a car dealer and they had a Mercedes. They had a 600 SL there. It doesn't matter. It's not mine.
Marcelo,
doesn't matter.
How much was he asking?
But guys, it's amazing to hold two amazing pieces like this. Yes.
How much was he asking for that yellow gold one?
450K.
Oof.
And what would he pay you for your white gold one?
300.
He offered you 300?
Yes.
That's low.
Sorry, Bear?
That's low.
Yes, I agree. But it's a great market dealer.
Basically, he should pay for yours 450 and sell the gold one for 300. He reversed he completely reversed the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it's because Bear now everybody, is the new kid in the block, and everybody is now hot on the yellow. Even so that the yellow is that is off catalog, it might be a watch that they might continue for 10 years. Not like the white Le Mans that was officially discontinued last year.
Right.
So it's very new. Yeah, Bear, you know how the market is. They are excited, and after that things can flip sideways. So hey.
But in all honesty, regardless of the value or anything, I think the original white gold is just so beautiful. It's a very vintage look. Can you read a super chat, Archie, from Patel, and maybe then Marcellino can follow up.
Yes.
No worries here. We've got Mike the Snake joining us again here.
Oh, look at the Mike the Snake's car, man. Oh, wow.
We got a 911 first gen.
We got hey, that's fantastic. I'll just grab this super chat. Actually, we'll just stop for a minute. We're going to stop. We're in Mike's car. Let's have a look, Mike. That's amazing. Mike has a 930 Porsche from 1979. These were a very special model. They were renowned for being very, very high-powered in the day, 1979. Amazing.
Oh, it's a turbo. It's a 930 turbo.
Hey, what kind of key does it got? What's the color? What is the key?
Starting it, Mike?
Are you going to
No.
drive it for us, Mikey? Mikey?
I think he dropped the signal. Signal pop dropped for a second.
Okay, very quickly. Patel Philippe, $5. Marcelo, stop being shy, man. Show J. Anthony the Rolex Le Mans with Rolex. The Rolex with the shortest production of all time. Le Mans! Have you got it there, Marcelo?
Marcelo,
I actually put it in the bank this week.
Look at that,
But
man.
Oh, too bad, too bad. But you have I'm sure you have a picture of it.
yeah, the picture, I actually put here a picture of the yellow one. But of course, if you come to my channel, you can watch all the Le Mans you want. I mean, I did the
Here we go. We
unboxing,
got
I did
another super
everything
chat.
there.
Patel Philippe, $5. J. Anthony, here's the money question. Patek Philippe or A. Lange and Son?
So I'd say, well, real quick, Marcelo Hajime, I love Japan. It's my favorite country in the universe. So I'm already jealous of you. I can't wait to go back this year.
Please, if you come, contact me. I'm going to make a tour, show you everything. So, hey.
Will you give him 100-gram steak? Marcelino, will you give him 100-gram steak?
I will take care of him. By the way, I am not far away from Shibuya. It's like 2 stations from Shibuya. I am in Negro.
Negro? Oh, by the river. Yeah. We're all
exactly. My restaurant is exactly next to the river. Yes.
I love Tokyo. Skitas.
Yes.
Archie, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can see it, Mikey. We can hear it.
And Mikey, I want to hear how it starts up.
Start it up, big boy. Start it up. Here we go, Archie. Premiere today, boys. Special treat for all of us. Special. Don't ask for too much, Archie. It's still a big improvement.
Hey, look, it's burning oil, man. You got smoke coming out. You got blue smoke, burning oil.
Oh shit, we're stuck. It's frozen again. Oh, here we go, boys.
Hey, you got too much oil in the car, man. You got to take some of the oil out.
That's a milky oil, man. You don't know that.
No, you got too much. He's got too much oil. It's blow by. It's going into the cylinder.
Oh.
It's a signal issue. He'll get the signal. Yeah, it's burning oil. You can see the oil, blue smoke means he's got too much oil in the crankcase.
I think the wiper part is hilarious.
Hey, those
I don't think Archie. I don't think Mikey cleans his car like you.
Look at all the smoke. You need to drive it so you can burn off all the oil. You don't put too much oil in there, man. You gotta have. It's only like I don't know how many quarts goes into that engine. Too much oil is not good because you put too much oil, and it'll whip up. You know, like when the crankshaft rotates, it'll whip up the oil, and then it'll have air bubbles in there, and then it won't coat everything correctly, and then it'll scrape again. You know, like the parts get scratched up. Those cars they're known for having 400 horsepower because it's got a turbo. That was the first 911. That's like the first 911 turbo. I can't hear nothing.
Wow, this is amazing.
Hey, can you hear anything? Can you hear Mike's audio or no?
No.
Can you hear the engine, Archie?
No, we can't.
The phone is the phone is cutting it off. There's a filter in the phone.
Actually, I'll just see if I can muck around with the settings here at my end. Echo cancel. Okay, there we go. I'll just get it now. See if we got it now. It's looking good.
Can you hear the engine now?
Yeah. No.
Usually phones have a built-in filter so that it only gets voice. It doesn't get like background sound. I hear a little bit of it, not a lot. You can hear like faint, very faint. Oh yeah.
We can hear it now.
Oh wow, it sounds great. Wow, it sounds good.
Wow, it's actually very loud.
It sounds like a race car.
By the way, who doesn't know, Mikey used to be a professional racer
Go on
back in
with
the
your
day.
show for about 10 minutes. That's how long it takes me to warm the oil up. I'll wave at you and to get you back on, and then I'll show you some high speed action.
Hey, put it in the highest gear it's got, and then hit the gas. Go all the way, go all the way to 5th gear.
How does it sound, Archie?
Hey, it sounds amazing. It's an amazing car. Look at California. Is so beautiful. It's so beautiful here.
It sounds like some kind of. It's got some It sounds like you got a modified flywheel or something.
It's a 70s car. It's pretty amazing. These were.
Yeah, I like that car. That car has got the looks, man. It's got the looks. It's the iconic, Porsche look.
Well, Mikey promised and he delivered, Archie.
Yeah. Where is he going? Is he gonna go get something to eat?
Yes, Alejandro, you got me. Not many did, though. Let me get that engine going, guys. Let me get that engine going. Okay? Oh, wait, we stopped. We're going to stop on red, okay? Now we go.
Wow.
Man, guys, it probably sound like crazy.
Yeah, the audio's delayed. He's revving it too high. You gotta upshift, man. You gotta shift up.
To make the sound to come to us, he actually did it on the higher, so.
Hey, you gotta shift it up, man. You gotta.
Hey, Mike. I mean, Eddie. I think just leave Mike. Just don't give him advice. There's nothing worse than a backseat driver giving advice. Okay, he's very kindly taking us for a spin. Just appreciate what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah, he knows how to
We don't need an instant expert constantly saying do this, do that. You do what you want in your car. He'll do what he wants. Mike knows this car. He's trying. He wants to show us his car. Just enjoy it, man. We don't need constant.
Are we all caught up with super chats, Archie?
Yes, we've cut up there. Jay Anthony, Patek or Lange? What's your view? Have you ever been a Lange man yourself?
Well, I think they're gorgeous. I think the even the silver, I think arguably the Lange is a better made crafted watch in terms of the artistry and the manufacturing that goes into it. But I've been too afraid to buy one because I'm afraid of the service that comes along with it, and I'm afraid of the depreciation that they suffer. So to me, I have been tempted by pre-owned ones, but I have actually at my 5196 at Patek right now in New York getting serviced. They're actually really reasonable and they're super easy to work with. So I know the brand is really easy to deal with in service, and I know their values long term. So I'm afraid of Lange, but I know at least looking at movement to movement, I think Lange makes the better crafted watch. That's my overall feel.
Look, the problem with Lange is that they actually overhaul the movement twice. They actually put everything together, and then they take everything out and put everything together again. So they're doing twice work. You know?
That sounds expensive.
Yes. That's why you pay more, because they actually put the movement twice in the watch.
Well, I got to be careful what I give away, but I'm actually going to a private event with them in about 2 weeks locally. They're doing a show for us
Archie,
here.
here's a little bit of turbo action.
Yes.
Oh, wait, Mikey, I'll help you, Mikey. Here we go, turbo action. There you go, guys. Super shot from Thomas Burnett.
Thomas Burnett, here we go, £5. Jay Anthony, you did a video 4 years ago titled Rolex Vintage Watches Are Overpriced and Overrated. Do you still have that opinion about your 18238?
So the 18238 never, during COVID it went up a bit, but it was not the one that was affected. The ones that were mostly affected were the steel watches. And I do still honestly agree with it. The prices have come down. Like the traditional watches, like the 16610 sub, quality on those watches, the bracelets on those watches, it's from an era where you could pick them up all day for $2,500 to $6,000, depending on the 20 years that they were available at that price. At that price, they were fine, but then they were going for well into the teens or more, and just they were not a good value. I mean, they're great watches, but they're nothing compared to a modern Rolex. And then during COVID inflation, they were just ridiculous what they wanted for some of this stuff. And I'll give you an example. I had my stainless steel Daytona. I paid like $10,000 for it, and then during COVID, it was $30,000. I get the precious metal. A stainless steel Daytona should never be worth $30,000. That watch probably cost Rolex $5,000 to make. I'm being really optimistic about it.
But Anthony, you're right, and it was probably, let's say, even millions made. But the thing is that how many of that millions made still today are kept full original dial movements, full box and papers. You know, the numbers in maybe a dozens. You know, versus millions that was released that time. Maybe some of them are completely destroyed even.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Marcel.
Sorry, Mike, just make me the cut, so you got
Somebody missing on one forward front. Hey, I got a question for you.
Archie, let's hear Anthony answer on that for a second.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say you got a Rolex, right, and something's wrong with it. You take it to an independent watchmaker, and he puts in aftermarket parts into it to fix it. Now you reduce your value of your watch. Would that matter to you, or you just don't care? You just want your Rolex to run
Now we can't stop the motor there, Bear.
Yeah. But
What?
so Anthony, you can say your answer. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, the answer is it's the value proposition. That's where my head goes to, right? And it's like Archie was showing a solid gold Breguet. I cannot tell anybody that buying a solid gold Breguet is not a better value at $10,000 versus a 1990s Submariner. I'm sorry, the Submariner is a nice watch. It's not a solid gold Breguet. It's going to be more reliable and probably cheaper to service, but I mean, it's the value. And I love vintage Rolexes. I've had almost every one of them, and I still own quite a few, but they get so expensive. It's like, well, why would I buy this when I could buy something that's newer from Omega or some other brand that's better value? That's my take. They're great, but I think they've gotten a little just ridiculous what they're worth. I mean, it works out for me. Well, they just go up in value, so I'm not upset. I just don't get it.
Well, from let's say even if the original Submariner was made, maybe I don't know. Let's judge it. Let's say it was 1 million pieces out there. Maybe today there is only 10 pieces. They are full set and all original out of 1 million. So basically, it's only 10 pieces in the world. You know. Of course, this is in a big exaggeration of example, right? But you get it that you know, because it's so long ago. And a lot of people, of course, it was cheap, and a lot of people, of course, didn't care. So very little left, original and in how we say very good condition, you know. So I think it's like almost having a museum piece or having a piece of history, in a way.
I agree with you completely. If we're talking Marcelo, like the ones from the 40s through like the 70s, like a 1680 sub with original box and paper, original condition, you're not going to find that every day. The video they're referencing was about watches made in the late 90s to 2000s, and those to me, they're still plentiful, and I didn't get that argument at the time, but I'm with you completely on the old stuff.
Hey, I got a question. Let's say you had a Rolex, right, and you wanted to fix it, and you take it to an independent watchmaker, and he wants to put aftermarket components in there because, you know, that you can't get original parts, whatever. Does it matter to you, or you just want your watch to work, or is it gonna be like, oh man, I don't want to fix it because it'll lose value or something like you can't take it to Rolex because the price.
I think you're saving money up front to have pain later on, because at least with car parts these days, a lot of the knockoff stuff actually causes more damage in the long run than benefit. And I know someone that had a Daytona service with interestingly sourced parts, and it caused collateral damage in the watch because it's just not made to the same standards. So I think if you're going to flip it in a couple months and just want to get it running and get rid of it, I mean, I guess who cares? If you're going to keep it for a while, I think you're basically going to have a bigger service cost down the road. A lot of this stuff just doesn't hold up, and if it breaks, it takes other crap with it. At least the ones I've seen.
What if you don't want to sell? You're just gonna keep it forever for yourself, and you don't care. You just want the watch to work.
I mean, then yeah, I guess who cares, right? If you're not worried about resale, and
yeah, you're
I mean,
not selling the watch. He's gonna keep it forever. You just your watch. You take it to a guy. He said he's got to get a part. It's aftermarket. It's a part that, you know, it's not stamped with a Rolex. It's the same exact part. It's the same piece of metal, same shape, same size.
Yeah, but Eddie, it's very similar. I mean, in a way, I'm not going to call it fake, but it's basically you feel uncomfortable with yourself knowing that you have a vintage piece that nothing is actually legitimate.
Like they do have some parts. A lot of the newer Rolexes, there's no parts available. You know, the new, like you cannot get a ceramic bezel. You've got to take it to Rolex. It's a real pain in the ass. Now, do I see a Porsche in your cabinet there? What's that one? Is that a Porsche or an Aston Martin?
Oh, me?
In your cabinet? Yeah. What is that car there?
That's an Aston Martin.
Those are actually parts from a nuclear submarine. The bottom shelves are gauges out of a nuclear sub. The top part are the bomb
cars.
cars.
Do you have? What model cars are those?
That's the Aston Martin Vanquish and the XKR from Die of the Day. They have all the little guns and stuff that come out of them.
Ah, nice. So cool, so cool. So tell me this. As far as when did you decide to join Fire?
I've always been anxious about money, so always. Probably in my 20s.
It's never too late. You can decide to go fire now.
So it's got just like the body.
Nah. I know the company that actually make this toys.
Hey, that's a cool toy, man. That's in that movie.
Can you show it again? I missed it, please. Can you show it again, J. Anthony?
It's the full on cars. So they have like the missiles that come out, and there's like the guns.
Cool, man.
Actually, the wheel turn. You know, you actually can turn the steering wheel, and you actually turn the wheel.
I like that a lot.
Hey, that was from that movie, Die Another Day, right?
Yeah, I have hundreds of these things.
I like that movie, Die Another Day.
Let's see. This one has the gun in the back that comes out. So there you go.
Very cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I've never felt so respected as a nerd. I appreciate that. I don't really.
Hey, does it fire the gun? Does the missiles pop out like you can press a button and it'll pop out or no?
Of course. They also explode. Of course. What are you talking about?
Wow.
I love those Jaguars, by the way, J. Anthony. They're actually pretty good value now. They had that sodium problem. You know the sodium. You know they had that sodium.
Nickel. Archie.
Yeah, nickel problem.
But by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but these miniatures, actually, these cars are made of stainless steel. They're very strong.
Those
miniatures that you have,
the BMW had that as well.
Yeah, the
BMW had that as well.
Yeah, the E34, the E38, the E34, and the E38 7 and 5 series, and actually the early E39s as well. The 4-liter V8 and the 3-liter V8 had the issue as well. 95, they had to replace a lot of engines.
Oh, was that in the 750 IL or 740?
It would have been the 750, yeah, the 540, the
750 was the V12, but then wasn't it?
Oh no, you're right, Archie. It is. Yeah, the 750 was the V12. The 740 was the V8. I don't know about the V12 having that. It was American gas. The problem.
So tell me this: when did you buy your Z3? How old was it when you bought it?
You know, it's funny. You're one of the few people that actually appreciates what that car is. So, I've been looking for one for years because I used to have an E36 like M3 back when they were new, and this is
you had an M3?
When I was in college, I had the 4-door of this generation. So I had a friend that owned a BMW dealership, and I used to drive all the modern BMWs back in the day. And so this to me is back when a BMW drove like a BMW. Nothing against the current cars, but they just drive different, right? They're mechanical. And like you said, they're not around anymore. So I spent 3 years looking for this car, and I finally found this one. I've had it about 2 years. It replaced the Corvette that I had. So it's not the fastest thing. It runs like a 13 quarter, but it's just an awesome little car.
How old was it when you found it?
I bought it 2 years ago, and it's a 2000. So I guess I bought it when it was.
And what's the story? Why did they look after it so much? What's the story?
So I don't know how it is where you are in Australia, but in the U.S., older M cars are kind of getting a following, and they're becoming collectible. People know, right? And I think the reason this car survived is in Texas, there's no salt, there's no rust problems here. And people that buy it, but cars like this, like even with me, it's not a daily driver. So this car literally was in some guy's garage under a tarp for 20 years.
So Anthony, is a car that you can sell it in the future for more money than you pay for, or it will continue
hopefully. But this car here, so one thing I noticed in America, I tell you honestly, Anthony, I wanted to say this to you as a fire person.
Yeah.
You know, in Singapore, a BMW is $300,000 for a 3 Series because they have massive taxes to keep car. The funny thing is, you see 10-year-old BMWs, like say an F30 or an E90. Somebody's like an executive level person, he actually looks after it, right? You know, even though it may be 8 or 9 years old, he looks after it because it was $300,000, right?
Yeah.
Whereas what you find in America is once a car is 6 months old, 12 months old, 2 years, people treat them like absolute fucking shit. They do not appreciate anything. Like they have beautiful stuff, Like what I mean is they'll leave it. They won't garage it. They'll leave it out. They'll they'll take it through a car wash. They will. One thing BMW does. I know you criticize some of the new cars, but I would say I've got the G20, which is actually a big improvement on the F30 as far as reliability goes.
I totally agree with you. Absolutely. Yeah.
But what I will say is that I think the biggest problem is BMW themselves. It has intermittent oils changes at 25,000 kilometers. Okay. Okay. Now, for starters, I do them every 7,000 miles. Okay. So basically, I take them 10,000 kilometers every 10. Because we use kilometers in Australia. I think. You know, I think realistically, I don't understand. See what BMW does? They sell cars, which 10,000. That's 6,000 miles. I'm changing the oil every 6,000 miles. Okay. And I got to be honest with you. I don't know why the fuck the company pushes it to 12,000 miles. You know, it's just.
Oh, you know why? They want you to buy another one when the warranty's out.
Yes,
you're spot on. The people that buy them, lease them for 3 years in the U.S. It's under warranty. It's great. The second and third owner, they blow up. They can't afford to fix it, and BMW doesn't care. And they get engine sludge in them. I have a lift in my garage, so my BMW is actually up on a lift right now. I change my own oil every 3,000 miles on it.
Yes, and I mean seriously, oil and filter is the cheapest insurance you can run.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah,
but I mean,
BMW chat by Thomas Burnett.
Sorry, we got another super. We've got a couple super chats. Let's catch up here. We got Thomas Burnett, Jay Anthony. Do you still have the watches you had in the old days? Your Seiko Monster, your G-Shock, the Quartz, Seamaster Professional. You gave Dad your Panerai.
Yeah, the guy is a core follower.
Wow, you have an incredible memory. I do, actually. The Seiko Monster and the G-Shock are in the other room. I can go grab them if you want to see them. My dad still has the Quartz. I got him into a black two-tone sub 16613. So that's what he wears daily now. And then the Panerai, the 287, I sold 2 weeks ago because I'm trying to replace it with a PAM 91, which is the special edition from After the Sunset with Pierce Brosnan. So I'm just trying to source that. And you got yours on? Look at that monster. You got the orange dial.
Hey, Thomas,
Orange Monster.
Hang on.
Version 1.
Hey, Thomas, hey, wait up. I'm going to ask him something. You know, on the BMW, on the Z3, there's a trick. You know, you got that little maintenance indicator on your dashboard, right?
Yep.
To reset it, all you got to do is on the, that little thing underneath the hood where you unscrew it, there's like a little circle. And
I have the wires. I have the little lead.
Pin 7 in ground. Pin 7 in ground. And then you turn your key for 10 seconds and then it'll fucking reset. Is that correct?
You're right. You got to get. It's really freaking annoying to get it. So there's an OBD
port.
I know,
man. I used to have that shit. I used to have a BMW, man. I know how to reset that motherfucker to 0. Like, whoop, all green lights again, man.
We got super chat. Jimmy, $5. Thanks, Mike. But you do realize, Mikey. You do realize, Eddie, that just resetting the LEDs doesn't mean you can avoid the oil.
You gotta do the maintenance, but sometimes you do the maintenance, but it still shows. I know.
Jimmy, $5. Thanks, Mike. That was cool. Yes, Mike the Snake. If you do another one, make sure to clean the windscreen before you go out. Cool car, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we got Sam Davidson, £2. AC3, can you get a windscreen? Update, please. Yes, windscreen was replaced. It was $2,500 from BMW. And I put it on the insurance. I put it through the insurance. It was $1,200 excess.
Why so expensive?
Did you inquire what it would cost to drop your deductibles down to like $100, Archie?
There we go. Sorry, we got the watches. Let's have more. So no, I didn't yet, Mikey. I've just been busy with some other problems.
Oh,
look at this.
Nice.
Sorry, bring that Seiko up. Bring the Seiko up firstly. What do we got? The Monster.
That's a black monster.
Yeah, this is my favorite Seiko I've ever had. I love this
That's
thing.
a
What
too.
year is this? What year is this?
This is an SRP 307 J1. It's a JDM model. It's from 2016, I think. I just can't get it to focus.
Okay, JDM, Japanese domestic
Nice.
market. How much did you
Yeah.
pay for that? About?
Back in the day, 300, I think.
Whoa!
Wow.
Seiko went up a lot since.
Now,
Yeah.
is yours made in Japan or made in Malaysia?
Made in Japan.
JDM,
Okay.
Japanese domestic market.
Mine cost me $135, but it was one of the ones made in
What's
Malaysia.
that blue dial one? What's the blue dial?
I saw the G-Shocks. This is a JDM Sumo. Again, this is the original Sumo. I don't know why.
Oh,
It's
nice.
Ah, nice. I have a Sumo like that limited edition for 1,000 pieces that they did in 2020 with a neon green second hand.
You don't have kids, do you, Jay Anthony?
No, I don't. I'm a dink lifestyle.
Kids are a very big wealth hazard. You realize that, don't you?
He's a dink fire. You have a super shot from Patel.
Patel Philippe, Jay Anthony, what would your ideal three-piece compact combo meal deal Hunger Buster Grail collection worthy of an LV monogram ellipse roll be? And I want to show you our good sponsor for today is the Zeal. He actually has an amazing three-piece. It's an amazing three-piece collection that he has. And let me see if I can find. Here we go. I've just found it. This is the Zeal's three-piece, which I've got to be totally honest with you. Here we go. There we go. This is the Zeal collection. This is his three-piece. He's got in his box here, look at this. He's got a perpetual calendar Patek. That's a perpetual calendar. He's got a beautiful Rolex. That's a sermon. I think it's a Hulk.
No, this is
it's
the
a Hulk. Yeah, and he's got a World Time, the current model World Time white gold Patek, two Pateks, and a roll. What more could a man want?
Yeah, that's a nice collection. That Rolex doesn't belong in there, man. That's not the Rolex doesn't belong with those other watches. Those other watches, completely different category. Those are hot horology, and the Rolex is
for everyday use. You still need something. Jay Anthony, what do you think of this three-piece? What would be your kind of three-piece? What would you? So you would go for you'd have your day date. You'd have your 5196. And what other special?
I mean, if we're saying no, if I'm not worried about the cost, I mean,
yeah,
I want the 5270. I love the 5270 Patek Grand Complication. That's like my grail piece that I want.
Oh wow.
This collection speaks to me. I like stealth wealth. I mean, that Hulk is not really stealth, but I love that those Pateks are more minimalist and that they're the white metals. I think there's something really nice about having something that only people know what it is if they actually know what they are. I'm more of a Yachtmaster guy than the sub, which nobody else agrees with me on. But this is an awesome collection. But I'd have a 5270 Patek. I'd have a Yachtmaster, which is my beater Rolex, and then I don't know what the third would be, probably a Reverso. But I'm boring.
Tell me this: when did you decide to go into fire?
So, back when I've been working since I was 11 years old. So I came from a good family, but my father was always like, if you want something, you should buy it. So I know it's like they're in minimum wage and have to struggle for things. And after I had a couple of really crappy bosses that just fired people for no reason, I realized I need to take care of myself because nobody else is going to. And I was never going to put myself in a situation where I couldn't survive without my job. So I'd say from out of college through my entire career, I've always been like, if my boss tells me to fuck off, I can always be okay and take care of myself. And so I've just been banking money. And I didn't move out of my parents' house until I was 24 years old, and just have always lived below my means because it just gives me peace to sleep at night.
Nice.
Hey, what are those? What are those submarine pieces you got? Were they from a Russian
You've got
submarine?
nuclear submarine pieces.
Are they Zen?
They might
Is
need
that from
them
a
back.
Russian submarine or American submarine?
They're legit. They're from here. I'll grab one.
I know Zen has some models that were made from pieces of
Eddie,
the
hopefully
submarine.
from the American submarine that we destroyed.
These aren't models. These are literally out of a nuclear submarine. This is the.
Hey, I know what that is. Hey, that tells you the angle, the plank's angle. Like if you're going to dive, it goes down, and it's like the plane. What do you call it? The angle of attack.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's a planes indicator.
That's very cool, actually. Really cool.
Yeah.
I like crap that nobody else likes. But here's a knot indicator. It turns
Speed
red
on
for
it. That's a speed.
Yeah.
Speed. Yeah.
Nice.
How much did you pay for them, if you don't mind me asking? Were they expensive?
Between like $300 and $1,000. The problem isn't so much the cost. The problem is they're just impossible to find. So they've taken a long time for me to get because you never are able to buy them.
Yeah.
Where did you get it? On eBay, or how did you get it?
No, there's a submarine with missing fucking shit, man.
They're from subs from the 60s that served until the early 90s. So they're called Sturgeon class or probably like Los Angeles class or Los Angeles class.
Let's put it this way. When you get the piece, you don't complain about scratches, right?
This is the only big chunky thing I have that can compare to yours. It's a clock out of a late '60s jet.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that stuff. Is it a
What
one?
jet was that from? What kind of jet was it?
I'm not sure. I can't find the model of jet, but it's a Waltham, is the brand name, I believe.
Tell me this,
Waltham.
Jay Anthony. I wanted to ask you there, Jay Anthony. I wanted to ask you, with your situation in the fire movement, how much money do you reckon you need to be independent in America now? What do you need? What does you need? Not yourself, but what do you think you need to be? Do you need a house paid off and $1 million, or do you need a house paid off? What is it you need? What is it you need?
So, to me, the big thing that you have to worry about is the cost of healthcare, because America is a very expensive country for healthcare. So to me, for you to retire, you shouldn't have any debt, right? So the house and all your stuff should be paid off. But the big question that I think you need to answer is, how long do you think you're going to live, and what's your healthcare coverage going to cost? So if you're like in your 60s or 70s, less money. If you're my age, more.
Yes.
Hopefully, but I mean, I've found
that's a big advantage for you and I. Being overweight, pre-diabetic, and all that stuff, your chances to live long are very slim to none. So you don't need a lot of money.
Thank you.
But by the way, I want to go back to Mike the Snake. The clock that you show is very similar design to a Bella Ross watches that actually they're making today.
Yeah, that's
Bell and Ross, right? Bell and Ross.
Yeah,
They
Bella
put
Ross,
a strap on them, and you can wear them. I got to tell you, Jay Anthony, the fire lifestyle, has that impacted your? Well, as you said there, you said when you have actually paid this stuff off, you don't desire a lot of things. You desire less. But you've still got very nice. You got a nice study. This is your private study or lounge room. What room are we in the house here?
It's so weird having this. I'm very private about my life, but yeah, this is my home office. This is just my junk. This is just my office.
Beautiful, lovely decorated.
Thank you.
But Anthony, you're planning to buy another Panerai, or you finish with Panerais?
I'm looking to buy a PAM 91, which is a titanium model they made. It's a special edition from After the Sunset. But Archie
mentioned that earlier today.
Yeah, I actually have the PAM 423 with the power reserve and the second-hand indicator in the front. The 47 millimeter
we got Doc BBW. Fire talk with Doc BBW. You're a huge proponent of fire, aren't you, Doc?
Obviously, yes. I mean, if you can, and one of the probably one of the biggest mistakes I made was getting married and allowing my.
I knew you were gonna say that, Doc. I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey Thomas, that watch you showed earlier.
She got to retire early on my dime.
Doc actually has a BMW M3 E46.
Oh,
imagine getting married 3 times, Doc. 3 times.
Please tell me it's not an
Thomas.
SMG and 6-speed.
Doc, is yours
Thomas, you showed that watch
6-speed.
earlier. That was a Seiko, right? That monster Seiko or something.
Who's Thomas?
Or Jay Anthony? I don't know. He's a Jay. I'm sorry. I got the wrong name.
Jay Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, that watch you had earlier, that was a Seiko, right? That big
same
one,
as
right?
this, except with a
Oh, the
black
monster.
dial.
Yeah.
It's a monster.
Hey,
Same like Mike
those
is.
watches got
Same
the
like
best.
Mike is just much nicer.
Those are really nice watches. They got the best lume on it. Like like Luma Bright, and when you shine, that thing lasts all night. It's like super bright.
By the way, Jay Anthony, welcome to the zoo that is the Archieverse.
Hey, I just want to say I love Archie, man. He's my friend, man. Sometimes I'm stupid. I say some stupid shit, and I apologize, but that's the only reason I'm here. He don't pay me nothing. I'm here because I love him, man.
Listen, Eddie, we are all stupid here. Don't worry about it.
Listen, man. The only reason I come here because I love fucking Paul, man. He's a great guy, man. Everybody, man. I feel, you know what I'm saying. He's a really good guy. He's from the heart. He does things from the heart. He doesn't. He's a man. He does things from the kindness of his heart. He's, he tries to bring people on because he loves you. He doesn't do it for money. Sometimes you think he does it for money, but he doesn't. Because he really likes everybody here. Even me. Like,
we all have a different.
The kind of shit I say sometimes, man. My mom wants to throw me out of the house, man.
Is this why you're in a car, Eddie? Is that why you're in a car?
No, I gotta go to the store. I'm just here because I'm just driving around in the car. I was taking a car for this kind of car. You gotta drive it, charge the battery.
If it weren't for copyright, we'd play the song "Mama Said Knock You Out," but we can't play it.
I'm here. I'm here only for one reason.
He's a great guy. I always loved him for many years, man. He called me one time and he told me, man, Merry Christmas one time, man. And I was at the lowest point in my life, man.
I'm here for 2 reasons. I'm here for dietary and financial advice.
Yeah.
I'm here for the insanity.
I followed both for over a decade, and results are evident.
Yeah.
Jay Anthony, are you a Dave Ramsey fan?
Better than I deserve. Yeah, I like Dave Ramsey.
Jay Anthony. Better than I deserve. You like Dave Ramsey?
I don't share his religious beliefs or some of his other beliefs, but I love his financial advice. Yes, I treat he hates credit cards, but yeah, my credit card I treat like cash. But yes, I like Dan Ramsey. I like.
Hey, this guy was telling me how to make money. He said if you got a job, you make at least like $5,000 a month. He said put like $3,000 into like that diversified investment portfolio with the stocks that have dividend sharing. And when you know what I'm saying, I don't know too much about it, but like you get the dividend, but don't collect the money.
Eddie, just stop. It's enough, Eddie.
Keep in mind, this is not financial advice.
Yeah, Eddie, just back
Wait
the truck
a second,
up there,
Doc.
Eddie.
That's why I'm here. Whoa, Doc.
I gotta tell you, Eddie.
You're
Jay
here for
Anthony,
Eddie's financial advice. Okay.
Is it ever too late to start?
No.
Jay Anthony, is it too?
This is not rocket science. You got to spend less than you take in, and debt is a terrible thing. You should not buy anything that you're taking out a loan on, because then you're paying interest on top of the original cost. If you're living where your expenses are less than your total income every month, you're ahead of most people, and you're already set up to be in a good spot.
And I take it FIRE is much better than feral. Feral is financially exhausted, retire late, which is sort of my program.
Yeah, I'll give you.
Feral.
I'll give you that one.
Feral. Financially exhausted, retire late.
Watches are not an investment strategy. That's despite what YouTube will tell you.
Yeah.
It's funny now that the gloss has come off watches. A lot of the spruikers have gone, aren't they? When Bloomberg is starting to talk about watches as an investment, you know it's over, don't you?
Oh, amen. Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's like this, Here we go. We got a super chat. Super chat. Oh, super chat. Oh, we had that super chat, Bear. Which one? The Hunger Buster.
Yes.
Hey, you know how you say bear in Russian? Medved.
Medved, that's right. Medved. In Serbian, medved. In Russian, medved.
Yeah.
I'm Serbian, man.
Very
That's
quickly,
cool,
this is the Zeal. The Zeal is one of our main sponsors. This is his Fire collection. This is his Fire. He's also got a Lamborghini Huracan.
Does he have one or two Lamborghinis? No, I don't know. I remember there were two cars in a garage.
That was his friend's. That was his friend's car.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Also, if he had two, he probably would only let on to having one.
I remember seeing two cars in the garage.
There definitely were, and somebody asked the same question. He said, "No, that I think the red one is, or one of the colored ones is his friend's, and the other one was his."
Listen, usually when you already have the money to buy one Lamborghini, you usually can buy two as well.
Sure.
Those cars are cool.
Jay
man.
Anthony, what Corvette did you get rid of? What Corvette did you get rid of to get the BMW?
So I sold it a long time ago, but I had a C5. I had a Corvette convertible. It was Millennium Yellow. It was a 2004. I bought it, 11,000 miles on it, and I had it for 9 years. I had it forever, and it was modified. I had some stuff done to it, but it was a 2004 Millennium Yellow convertible.
Nice.
What made you get rid of that for the BMW?
I'm sharing more stuff than I usually like to share with people. So I moved downtown. I lived in a high rise for a while, and each parking space was 30 grand, and it wasn't worth keeping that car to pay 30 grand for a parking spot for it. So I sold it, and it was never my only car. It was always a toy. So I've always tried to have at least one toy, and that was the toy. And then now we're down. Now we have 3 cars, and all 3 are manuals. But that went away a couple of years ago. I've always had a toy though.
You have another super chat, big boy.
We got a super chat. Here we go. Patel Philippe, $14. Really good show tonight. Hope Jay Anthony continues to join us. He's just restarted his channel and would love to support his show. We would love you to. So, guys, we really want you to jump over. What is your channel called? It's the Jay Anthony Show.
It's an embarrassment. Thank you so much.
I'll jump over and look at it.
Jay Anthony Show.
I've been subscribed.
My audio is always shit. I've never done a video I was proud of, but I really appreciate the support. This is not expected.
That's just being.
Hey, that Lamborghini's a really nice car, but man, they're so expensive to fix on that. You know, because as soon as they see you,
he made a video, Bear. What my day job is and why money isn't everything. That's a good video.
God.
I might actually.
How much that?
Yeah, he has a good channel. Honestly, I've been a subscriber a long time ago, and always enjoyed his perspective. He knew how to make Seiko interesting. He knew how to give it to the show offs. He's a funny, charming, intelligent young man. I like the guy.
I was going to say his videos are always intelligent, which was nice.
I also like he did some comparison between fake watches and real watches. There was also some very good. Good.
Thank you, guys. I mean, actually, funny enough, Archie, I know they told you to stop talking about it, but one of the whole reason this channel ever existed, and I don't think it's that good, and I'm very touched that anybody ever watched it, so thank you. But I know you've been through some crazy loss recently with your son. I didn't really do anything with this channel, and then my spouse dropped out of my arms, and right before they died, they were on my butt about doing stuff that I thought was fun, and YouTube was something they saw me do. And so I literally spent 2 years getting my life back together, just shooting out YouTube videos and talking to people on here, and it really helped me get my life back together. It was so therapeutic. And so I know you've done all these live
streams. You lost your spouse. You're joking, aren't you?
No, I'm joking.
That's the whole reason for this channel. So I know it's good therapy. I know you know that too. It's just good to connect with people.
Our Archie show really helped pull me out of my deep, dark hole during COVID, because I've got depression and I wasn't even going outside. I was just, and it was the Archie show that kind of got me, you know, standing back up and you know, getting back into life. And I have the Archie and the Archie show to thank for that.
Mikey, even recently when he discovered the milky oil, he got so depressed, but Archie managed to make him feel better. We have a super chat from our Greek brother, Mr. GMT.
Mr. GMT, $5. Jay Anthony, been watching for years. So glad you're back. Awesome to see you on the panel with Arch. Stay sexy, boys.
Stay sexy, Mr. GMT. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come and get it.
Yes, Anthony, I quite enjoy you as a panelist. It's a breath of fresh air.
Let's be honest, Mikey. He's not as good as you, okay? But
I'm not making any comparisons.
He'll do.
No, I'm very impressed by him.
He's good. He's okay.
I'm okay. I suck. PTSD is what brings us together, so that's what makes sense.
Helgiston says, Mikey, you did an amazing job. Mikey, Helgiston says that you did an amazing job, tremendous job, releasing your depression to all of us.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, if everybody gets just a teensy weensy little bit, then they don't even know.
Exactly. They don't even feel it. They don't even feel it.
And I reap all the rewards. I'm all better now. Woohoo! Thank you,
and
everybody.
you see, Eddie can be a great panelist. He was awesome tonight. He wasn't interrupting. He was not saying too much. Oh man, it was good, man. He contributed.
Yeah.
He spoke nicely. I think Eddie did great, man. Thank you, Eddie.
I think it was the intermittent muting that helped.
I wasn't much of that. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I got to tell you, Jay Anthony, it's really good to have you here. I'm really inspired by being a fire member.
What do you mean you're not a fire member? How can you be inspired to be a fire member? You're not a fire member.
See, I don't mind the odd HELOC. What do you think of a HELOC? HELOC, home equity line of credit. Sometimes.
Oh, don't do it.
That's the opposite of fire.
How do you think he gets his watches and the whole collection? Come on, Jay Anthony.
Australia, I understand, is a very different real estate market, and if the house keeps going up in value and you can bank on that, I guess it's not a bad strategy. But I wouldn't do it in America.
No.
What do you think about starting the series of? Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, man, why do you tell Archie to sell his GG Le Coultre? Why do you think
I never told him to sell that?
You're like, that's garbage.
No, I never said that. What are you talking about? You mixed me up with somebody.
Man, that's one of the best watches he's got.
I agree, man. I love that watch. I have a GG Le Coultre compressor myself, the Navy Seal limited edition. Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, they have like a composite on them. They're cool.
I think they just tell him that to mess with him, man, because that's one of the best watches, you know, you can get your hands on.
Sometimes people tell Archie things just to see his reaction. You know that.
Yeah, I think they're just pulling his chain, man, for that one.
Yeah.
If it was my watch, that would be my only watch. I would love that watch. That's my favorite. I love GG Le Coultre. That's
I agree. Oh, listen, I just want to take opportunity to say big hello to General Saad. Nice to see you, Saad. Nice to see you in the chat. Whenever you can jump on, man, we love your presence on the panel.
By the way, Anthony, what you don't know about Sad is an expert in day dates. He has a lot of day dates.
Really?
Yeah, he collects day dates, and also he loves the exotic dials. He's very knowledgeable about very rare references. That's his passion. I think the day dates are basically his niche. Archie, you have a super chat from Woody in New Jersey.
Yes, sir. We have a super chat from Woody, New Jersey. Thank you, Woody, for your support there. $5. Wonderful show today. Good start to the long weekend. Thanks, Woody, New Yorker.
That's very nice, man. Archie, that was such a nice treat to have a proper watch enthusiast, great YouTuber, come from the past and join us on the stream. Thank you so much for doing that, Jay Anthony. And a lot of people obviously like your channel, like your videos. They're happy to see you back. There was a great conversation. I know you were a little bit out of your comfort zone. It wasn't that bad, eh?
I mean, I'm honestly honored to be here. Seriously. I mean, Archie, I've watched you for years. I have a legitimate amount of respect for you. I'm sorry about your loss, and I appreciate you guys inviting me and remembering I even existed. So thank you. Seriously, I'm touched. And also, nice E46 MC.
No,
Well, you're welcome to return. You're welcome to return whenever
you're
you
welcome
can.
any day, anytime. You're welcome to come on and chat, talk watches, and I totally agree with you. So much of the YouTube stuff has gone professional, slick, commercial, advertorials. You know,
Yeah, there is not many real enthusiasts doing the watch content. We want real people. We want to see what real people have to say.
Hey, take Marcelo time, for example. That is very
like
real.
Marcelo time, the self-promoting bitch. Thomas Burnett, five British pounds. Thank you, Thomas Burnett. Talking about real watch enthusiasts, Thomas Burnett.
Thomas Burnett here, $5. J. Anthony, 8. Are you still in touch with James Kibble from Kibble Watches? You did some live streams with him in the old days. He's got some great stock.
Wow, I'm so amazed that you guys have such a memory. This is going back a long time. I do talk to James on Instagram, not really well, but he just had another baby. He just had his second child. He's doing really well. He and I knew each other off of YouTube, just personally. He's also had his fair share of trauma and stuff. He's a really good person. I think the world of him. His dad's also a big collector. Great guy. And yeah, I haven't talked to him in a bit, but I do hang out. I do keep up with his feed.
I was gonna say, hey Bear, check it out. I want to ask you something, man. Look, man, I'm an enthusiast myself, watches enthusiast, but I don't have the money. I'm poor, man. You know, like this. I gotta watch.
Eddie, listen. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you always need to buy things to be enthusiast. I always say that people can do research. They can read about the watches. They can learn about watches. There's a lot of magazines. There's a lot of online content. Participating in forums and all different type of things. Buying watches is not the only way to enjoy the hobby.
One day I'll have some good. This was a gift from my friend, man. This was my best friend gave me this watch, man. If it's real or not, I don't know.
And it's not one day. Even having a Seiko is already a very nice watch to have.
These are awesome watches. What's wrong with them?
Yep.
I have also.
You guys are real good guys, man. I always liked Archie, man. And I seen you before, Bear. I seen you talk to Archie before. I always liked you guys, man. I'm sorry, man, if I'm an asshole sometimes. I say some stupid shit.
I don't think you're an asshole.
But hey, you guys are really nice guys, man. I like you guys. I wish you all my friends, man. I don't have no friends.
We are your friends, Eddie. And we are assholes as well.
I don't talk to too many people.
We got a stupid
I'll
chat
be very honest,
from Philippe, $14. J. Anthony.
Just a second to make a comment on this for Marcello. Marcello will be your friend for a week for $25, man.
I don't have money. I don't have that kind of money,
$25 and he's a friend for a week.
I gotta find a job, man. You don't know the kind of shit I'm going through right now, man. I
love
gotta find
you,
a job, man. Look, man. I was a productive person. I always work. I'm a computer specialist. I fix computer systems.
Yes, I did watch. I know. I'm familiar with you.
Right now, I lost my job, man. I'm trying to find a new one.
It will turn around, Eddie. You served your sentence. You're done. Think positive, man, and do the best you can. That's all we can do. Archie, super chat.
Man. Hey, I was a computer hacker. Bear.
Super chat.
I know.
Here we go. We got super chat. Patel Philippe, $14. J. Anthony, you still getting watches from Bernard, or you planning to review from another shop?
So, I actually just talked to Jeff, who owns Bernard Watch, about 2 months ago. Sold him some stuff. I'm not a very trusting person in this business. What's the old adage? You buy the watch, you buy the seller, not the watch. There's a lot of crap out there. A lot of bad, crappy parts or fakes or just stupid crap on eBay. And if you know what you're looking for, you get good deals. But Bernard, that owns Bernard Watch, is legitimately the most knowledgeable person on watches I've ever met. Like super passionate. Like in his office, he has like the JLC Atmos clocks and stuff. Like he's the real legit guy. And he's a super introvert. So like he doesn't want anybody to know that it even is his stuff. He's just a cool person. And so I trust him, and I know he has top quality stuff. So he lets me use his studio and gives me whatever I want. So that's why I've hung out with him. But I always only picked watches that I liked. He never told me what to review. So when I went there, I gravitated towards stuff that I genuinely liked or didn't like, and I was honest about it. And that was how we worked so well together.
By the way, Anthony, now that you're buying watches also from eBay, how much you trust this certified system that actually they do? Is reliable?
So I don't typically buy watches from eBay, but I have. And every day I'm on eBay, I look, there's always watches that I know are very fake that they're selling on there with authenticity guaranteed. So I'm hoping they get stopped when they go to this vendor. There's a lot of fake crap on there. But I had a watch that they certified or whatever, and I don't know, it goes to some place in Ohio and they put a sticker on it. I gather it's fine, but I know what to look for, so I'm not worried about it.
Hey, you know that Russian guy? Hey, you know that Russian guy who sells the watches? That guy is like the bazaar. You know what I'm talking about? That's the guy I would trust to buy a watch from, man.
All you have to do is hit the watch forums to see that there are constantly ads on eBay that have been certified and they're fake as anything. Or at least there's items wrong with them. So maybe they're not fake, but the dials have been tinkered with or things have been done to them.
So it's possible to return if you're not satisfied with what you saw.
They give you a card. I have one somewhere. They basically say it's guaranteed authentic. So if you find out it's fake, they have to take it back.
Hey, you know that Russian guy? He's always like showing. They got like a channel, and they show like watches, and he's a specialist. He's like a specialist. These guys, they sell. They have like a
Roman Sharf.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's him. Yep. They're cool guys. They got good watches on. They don't fuck you, man. They won't fuck you if you want to buy a real watch.
Okay, guys, I want to thank everybody who came on the panel today. We had a really good cast of vendors today on the panel. It's time for me to thank everybody.
Good cast of vendors. Oh, you get lost sometimes with words, eh?
Yes. I want to thank everybody who super chatted today. The super chats really help keep the show flowing, and it's really nice to hear from. It was great to talk to Jay Anthony. Great talk on the cars and life, and everything is working great for you. That's very, very good to see there. Bear, it's been a fantastic having you on today. I want to thank Doc. I want to thank Marcelo. I thank Mike the Snake. I want to thank Eddie even for coming on. Just be a bit careful sometimes, Eddie. We don't want to get that.
I'm sorry,
we
man.
want to try. We're aiming a bit higher.
I love you, man.
Yeah, we love you too, man.
You're
So, guys, we want to thank everyone who super chatted. Let's go through this list. We had Sam Davidson, Patel Philippe, Patek Chris, Patel Philippe, Patek Chris, Patel Philippe, Tap 1999, Patel Philippe, Patek Chris, Frank B, JD MTL, Patel Philippe, JDMTL, Patel Philippe, Ryan Hoffery, Patel Philippe, Frank B, Patel Philippe, 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 Thomas Burnett, Jimmy, Sam Davidson, Patel Philippe, Mr. GMT, Woody in New Jersey, Thomas Burnett, and Patel Philippe. Guys, that's the show for today. Fire! Financially independent, retire early. If you can't pay cash, you can't afford it. If you are struggling with credit card debt, if you are struggling with loans, personal loans, store cards, sell off everything you can. Debt snowball, baby. Debt snowball. Debt snowball. If you can't afford to own it, you know, as they say with BMW and Mercedes, if you can't afford to buy a new one, you definitely can't afford to buy a used one.
I like my
This is
used one.
interesting analogy.
Hello,
Okay.
sell the watches, buy a house. You need to have a house.
I have a house. This is
Hey, Anthony,
mom
would you
house.
ever
Yeah.
fuck off and live in Japan? I'm actually thinking about seriously fucking off and living in Japan. You've got those houses you can buy so cheap.
Japan is very expensive, Archie.
I mean,
Look,
Uh,
Anthony, actually, aren't you coming to Japan in November? If you have time available to join him at the time, that would be wonderful.
Jay, Anthony, what do you think? See, the problem with Japan is they've got a falling birth rate.
What is that?
yeah,
They got
I would.
not enough kids
Birth
to
rate.
replace.
I see.
And
I mean,
did
quite
you
honestly,
have a Japanese girlfriend now, Jay Anthony?
my
Archie,
significant
Archie, I was
is
gonna ask
Chinese, but we're going to leave that out of this.
Hey, Archie, when you think they're gonna end that war with Ukraine and Russia, man? When's that shit gonna end, man?
Hey, nobody knows. But tell me this:
When Donald Trump wins,
I hope he wins and then he like settles that whole fucking
that will
mess,
be
man.
settled right
So
away.
many
The
people are
the
dying
whole
from that
war
shit.
is a proxy war
We're going
for
to be.
Biden.
I think we're
I
having a
believe it,
political
man. Hey,
discussion tomorrow.
so many people are dying right now, man, for that shit, man. So many people are dying, man.
He's got a good
You're
mic. I
absolutely
gotta
right.
say, he's got a really good mic.
Jay Anthony, I got to tell you, I think it's really, I wish I had gone fire. I kind of didn't do that, and I got to tell you, I really.
Instead of feral, because feral, it's so easy. It's easy to go feral.
Exactly. It's America. It's just easy to spend money. You like to buy new stuff, and the crazy thing is, there's so many Americans who don't have their own home, but they got a $70,000 truck out the front.
If you go extremely feral, you go extremely
if I was
feral,
rich,
you end
man,
up
I'd buy.
into fern.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. You're gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" I'd buy that watch that you got. That I'll keep that watch as my only watch, and I'll wear it for the rest of my life, man. I love that watch. That's the best fucking watch.
If you go fern, it's financially exhausted and retire never. So hopefully that's
Hey,
not
you don't need a whole collection. You need one good watch, man. One fucking good watch.
Archie, you're spot on. When it's funny, I know what my employees make, and I see the cars they're buying, and those cars are cars that I wouldn't spend the money on, and I know what they're living off of, and their cars are worth more than their houses, and it's just their apartment payments. It's just like, what are you doing?
Hey,
this is not going to end well.
Hey,
the
Jay
funny
Anthony.
thing is,
sorry.
I was going to say the only funny thing is that sometimes the only thing is I will say is that sometimes the problem with the FIRE movement or any of like Dave Ramsey is that it assumes you're going to live a prosperous life. If you die suddenly, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, to a large extent. But you're right.
I actually like that.
So many people buy things they can't afford to impress people they don't like with money they don't have. And
hey, Jay Anthony, you seen that car, the fucking Aston Martin, the new like the SUV? I don't know what it's called, but it's got a Mercedes motor in it. You know what I'm talking about? The AMG.
Oh, that's the DBX. That's the DBX.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's it.
One of my neighbors has one. I see it. It sounds pretty good.
That thing's so fucking dope. I love that car. If I had money, I'd buy that car, man. I love that car.
Would you ever finance a car, Jay Anthony? Just think, being in FIRE, fuck it. I haven't
had a car payment in a very long time. No. Why would you pay interest? This is not a financial advice thing at all, but why would you pay interest on a depreciating asset? That to me that's like a double standard.
Because it gets you into something you can't afford. It lets you.
It's the definition of
you love beautiful
it's
things.
the definition of insanity, though.
Ironically, I was actually going to make my next video about this because I see people on YouTube buying stuff they can't afford. And most people I see that look rich are broke, and most people I know that are very wealthy look broke. And it's just like the people that have money don't show off the money, and the people that act like they have money are in massive debt. And it's
Jay Anthony, what's a good reliable car you suggest for somebody that to save money and stuff?
Toyota Camry, Lexus,
No.
Honda. There you go.
Lexus
There
is too expensive.
you go.
Any good used car needs to have good service or it's going to be a mess. So even a Toyota, if it hasn't had oil changes, as Archie was saying, in reasonable amounts of times, is not a car you want to own. But I'd say any 90s or 2000s Toyota is, without rust and good maintenance, is going to run you forever.
Hey, I've been taking care of a Mercedes, man. It's pretty solid. The ML.
If you're on a budget, that's not a car I would be driving. I'll just say that.
And ML is one of the worst. I got to be honest with you, Eddie.
No, Archie.
Eddie,
Archie,
and
you're
ML
wrong.
is
You're
one
wrong,
of the worst
Archie.
cars you can have.
Archie, you're wrong.
I love the look of them. I love the look of them, but they are fucking. It's like the BMW X5.
It's not like the BMW, Archie. It's a solid car. They're solid.
They're made in America.
I replaced some things like sensors and stuff. Everything else. Go ahead.
Anthony, they don't care about the value depreciation. They just live in the moment. That's all.
You gotta live in the moment. Hey, you gotta live in the moment sometimes. You gotta live in the moment, man.
And you get $21 if your engine goes up.
Eddie, I have a
Moskvich.
That's right, my man.
Hey, did you see the new? Wait a second. Moskvich is old. Did you see the new? It's called a Commandant Arus. You seen the Arus?
Of course, man. Of course.
That's a fucking awesome. It's like Putin drives that car.
It's
called the Arus Commandant. It's a SUV. It costs $300,000 US, man. But you can't buy it in the USA.
Correct.
Well,
That thing, it looks better than Mercedes and a Rolls Royce.
My father drove Yugo, but my uncle drove Lada.
Hey, have you heard of? Do you remember that car? It's called Zeal.
Oh, Zeal, of course, man.
Hey, that car was fucking
What about
cool.
the Zeal?
Man.
I like a Zeal. You know what I want? There is a Zeal. Do you know what a Zeal is?
Go ahead.
A Zeal. Z-I-L.
Yeah, that's it. Zeal.
Yeah.
That's the limousine for the heads of state in Soviet countries.
Hey, Archie, it was bulletproof. It had bulletproof windows and doors. Bulletproof.
Yeah.
It was hand built.
You also have the anti-craft missiles in the roof, you know? Like,
crazy. Okay, guys, that's the show for
Hey. Don't forget to have people hit the thumbs up before you decide to sign up.
Yeah. Come on, Archie. You're just rushing. Why are you rushing so much? What's the plan for today?
No plan. We can stay longer. It's up to you, Bear. We can do anything you want.
What are you doing? Are you having lunch
Hey,
with somebody?
Archie, can you bring up that car, the Arus, A-U-R-U-S Commandant?
Bring it up, Archie.
Show what it looks like. That fucking car is awesome. That's a Arus. No, not Zeal. A-U-R-U-S.
A-U-R-U-S.
Commandant. It's spelled with a K. There it is. Look it up. Image. Yeah, there you go. Oh man. That's it. That's Archie's car. That would be Archie. That's you. That's so you.
Archie, you and I can fit in that car and go around like two big shots, man.
Yeah,
that fucking car. That's like a
so you. This is so you.
Yeah, that's Archie's car, man. That's so you. That's
you and Archie could go cruising around picking up chicks in that car.
Yeah.
Looks like an X7 and a Rolls Royce had a bastard child.
Man. Hey, how much is one of those? How much is it?
It's expensive.
It looks really nice.
It
interior
looks quite
and
nice
beautiful.
inside there.
Yeah.
Makes up
200,000 US.
Wow.
What?
I think I'd rather have the real deal. I'd rather just get a.
I want that car.
This is a depreciation price, so this is what I mean. Well, this is new.
Can you buy those in Australia?
Okay, guys, that's the show for today. We'll be back. See you later, guys.
All right.
There we go.
Love you, Archie.
See you later,
Love you,
guys.
Love you.
Thank you, everyone.
See you, everybody.
I'll just run.
Take Take it easy, I suppose.
Run an outro.
Yes, run an And there we have it.
There we